Yo, yo. Here we go. Can you hear and see me okay, Tom? Good day, sir. How are you today? Happy Sunday, sir. Arr. You guys hear and see me okay? Nobody's here. I see. That's wild. Look at these other backgrounds they give you to opt into. That's crazy. Sorry about the notifications not going off. Yo, what's up, Tom and Jerry? What's up, buddy? How you doing? What's up, Adam? How's everybody doing today? Another day of hell. So, folks, I really need to get somebody to help me out with $300 to pay the property taxes here, because it's going to be, this is the third one I haven't paid, and they're going to foreclose on this place. This will buy me another year. Somebody can just throw me $300 and that'll buy us a whole nother year. But the bad news is in 2028, they already want to come out here and reassess it, the property tax, so they can raise it. They want to raise it 2028. They want to come out and raise it because it's a criminal extortion, and it's straight up fucking bullshit. Hey, Janie Bear, how you doing? Thanks for checking in. But I really need help with the $300. Get these fuckers off my back for another year on the property taxes. I am I'm begging you to help me out here so I can have a place to stay. My only rent here is the property taxes, and it's reasonable for now until they raise it in 2028. I mean, I got to pay $300. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, I owe for like 3 years of it now, but I paid a little bit of it. So, I mean, I need to pay this year. I need to pay $300 right now, man. So somebody help me out, please. This will buy me a whole year of rent in this house here, my brother's house here. So please, I'm dead broke and I need your help. I have a Cash App, and I have I have the PayPal link and the Cash App link. Both of those links work below, or you go to the channel. But they should be in the links below. But go to the channel. It's due right now. I owe for last year and the year before. Well, I don't. My brother owed, and then the next year I wasn't able to pay that year, and I haven't been able to pay this year. Yeah, I mean, I need it now. I could fucking pay it right online. Boom. And get them off my back for a whole nother year, Danny Bear. That would be, I'll fucking kiss your ass in front of a sold out crowd in front of Macy's window at noontime. Man, you guys help me out. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. The regular PayPal link below, the Cash App link below. And I'll give you my address and you can mail me cash it. Well, for this, just, link it up. But if you guys ever want to send cash too, because then I could just pay my neighbor in cash. I don't have to go all the way the fuck to the ATM. I don't have a vehicle right now that runs. I need to get a mechanic out here to look at it. It's a simple fix, but I don't have enough money to get a goddamn mobile mechanic to come all the way out here. And they're, fucking, they want $150 just to come out here and look at the fucking thing, man. You know, it's like, what the fuck? So yeah, man, I should be driving around my Suburban right now too, man. I mean, I bought every part you can imagine. The only part I didn't buy is the new, what do you call it, computer for it, whatever. It's probably the only thing I haven't bought is like a computer thing. But yeah, man. Yeah, I know you told me, but I'm dying. I can't wait, Tom. I can't wait. Yeah, man. What's happening to Earth from earthquakes to fires and hurricanes? Well, the earthquakes and fires, earthquakes are done by a weapon, and it creates, puts out frequencies that perturbs the loose building ash. And so people are doing the earthquake thing. So that's a people thing, not a natural thing. The fires, Israelis are setting fires everywhere. If they don't like you, they're going to set the forest next to you on fire. They even have threats of it on record. And hurricanes, it's another weather weapon. It's HARP. All of it is HARP for the earthquakes and the, not sure what they're doing with the fires. They're out there. You know what they're out there doing with the laser energy weapon. So, you know, I mean, all this shit here, none of it is natural, because you live in a system where you get the same 4 seasons every year, guaranteed. That'll never change. You're in a system that'll never change. You'll have the same 4 seasons every year, guaranteed. They can come along and try to trick you and tell you it's going to change and everything's global. It's going to be global warming and global climate change. And it'll never change. It'll never, ever, ever change. They'll tell you you're flying through space and all this shit. And if you were flying through space, you would never, ever have the same 4 seasons. Ever, ever. You would never have the same 4 exact seasons ever like this. You could never go, next year, the shortest day of the year is going to be winter solstice, December 21st. You'll never be able to do that like you can now. Like right now, you can say the longest day of the year will be June 21st. And the longest day of the year is June 21st. Every fucking year. Guaranteed. We're in the hands of predatory elites. Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes have been named by the White House as possible domestic terrorists, according to the Trump administration's top counterterrorism official. Now, let this sink in. These 2 people have never, ever, ever, ever committed a terror attack. They've never committed a terror attack, which means they're not terrorists. By calling them terrorists when they've never committed a terrorist attack, that is a mental illness. And it's like basically Nazi Germany, Hitler shit. Trump is acting like Nazi Germany, Hitler, or Stalin, or Pol Pot from Cambodia, Mao Zedong, China. You know what I mean? Oil in U.S. strategic petroleum. You tried talking with no teeth. Reserve falls below 300 million barrels, lowest since 1983. California banned 70% of tires stuck on stupid. Again, you cannot allow a group called government to go around making ridiculous rules for you. In other words, you can't allow a group to go around and rule you, because eventually the rules are going to get more and more mentally ill and ridiculous. They'll be marrying horses and animals. Next thing you know, they'll be calling trees sentient beings. So we have a group of people that don't have any right or authority to ban anything from you, ever. Let me get something straight with you. Government can never, ever ban anything from you. It's a gang. It's just like the Bloods and the Crips. They're just a criminal gang that is not allowed to make rules for you in a free world. Just like I'm not allowed to make rules for them, nor would I ever try to rule over you. That is a mental illness. Anyone in government trying to rule over you, they are mentally ill. They don't understand the basic, simple concepts of freedom. Diesel, $7. The past was erased. The erasure was forgotten. The lie became the truth. So, folks, right now, they want you to believe that the human race is the smartest it's ever been. You want to know why? Because they don't want you to look back. They don't want you to look back at the old world that was wiped out 400 to 500 years ago by electricity from below. They don't want you to know that the entire highly advanced civilization here for ages, thousands of years, the entire world was electrocuted to death and melted down. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to look back when we were actually smart and had free energy. They don't want you to look back at any of this shit. That's why they fucking buried the history of the catastrophe, the Great Meltification event. They hid it by burning the Library of Alexandria and all these other information hubs that you could go, and it would have thousands of years of intelligent information on anything, so you could refer to it in the future. They did that for us until it was wiped out, and then the pedophiles came along and started burning all our past. Anything that would reveal anything in the past, they would fucking burn it down. Okay. And start. Look at all the buildings they bombed in Drum and World War. It's all trying to hide the old world architecture buildings. They're trying to destroy them all to this day. They're trying to destroy the old world, evidence of the old world. Revenge is inevitable, Trump. You're going to die, motherfucker. Trump, you will be assassinated by Iran, you piece of shit. You're going to die. You and Netanyahu, you have to die. If they don't kill you, I'm going to kill you for fucking murder. For murder. Credit card debt rises to 1.26 trillion, nearing all-time record. But that's nothing compared to the bill the government racked up, $40 trillion to devalue your dollar, plus another 120 trillion. It's nuts. It's okay to be a Trump voter who regrets their vote, like these people who were just interviewed. Don't be afraid to speak out and admit that you made a mistake. It gives you integrity. Integrity. He's robbed more people. I'm not his fan anymore. I thought he was for real, but nah. I see the people he puts in office. They're all his buddies. We can't have the 1%ers running everything. Holy fuck. The nodding robotic aid. The robotic nodding aid. The robotic nodding aid. Holy fuck. The fuck is that thing? God damn, bro. I was told Epstein belonged to intelligence and to leave it alone. No shit, pedophile fucking dick rider. Israeli doctor says detained Palestinians are undergoing routine amputations for handcuff injuries. Israel literally is just a den of vipers. Israel is a den of vipers. Basically just a bunch of retard human vessels possessed by demons. Basically, everyone in Israel is possessed by demons. I mean, if you want to look at it from you retards, religious retards, that's the best way for you retards to try to understand it. etheric parasites to be more specific, but yeah, a lot of them are demons. Here's how to make your vote count. Again, these people are mentally ill and retarded. I can show you a video where he says your vote doesn't count. It's been proven in all the research. We'd look at it all. And then here he is saying, I just watched a video before this, right? This idiot, fucking Jimmy Dork, said voting is proven. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It doesn't matter. Then here he is, how to make your vote count. Like, what is wrong with this sellout retard, bro? 1 minute he gets it right, and then he fucking shits the bed. He's a bed shitter is what he is. GM posts 18.8 billion loss, worse in its history. Ford reports 9 billion loss. Chrysler loses 1.3. Chrysler seeks bailout. U.S. agrees to provide auto industry with a $25 billion in loans. U.S. automakers on brink of collapse without bailout. This is all in 2008. Every one of these. Auto bailout passes in House. Bailout approved as Detroit automakers face dire future. What did we get out of did we get a car out of the bailout? We gave these fucks $25 billion. Where's my fucking car? Or a goddamn reasonable price for one? A brand new one, 5-10 grand. What's wrong? Where is it? You fucking pedo motherfuckers. You fucking thieves. And the next one is they're going to steal all the tax cattle's money for the cameras, for the little solar panels, the company that makes those, the companies that makes the data centers, and then the companies that make the robots that they're going to buy to beat you with, the Terminator robots. They're going to make money on that. You're going to pay for that imprisonment of yourself. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I will apply every bit of that straight to the taxes. So I need to get another 200. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Janie Bear, for sure. Hey, Fiona, how are you? Merslaw, hey, buddy. We got Tom and Jerry, Justin, really Adam. I don't know why I forgot what the fuck that was about, but doesn't matter. But I do need that for taxes. But I also need donos for food, man. Food and gas and propane gas, shit like that. So if you guys can help a brother out, brother from another mother. The state of the world right now is very alarming, and it's a real inverted world. It's a really upside down world. It's a world where if you were to do pretty much everything the opposite of how everything is being done, it would be a goddamn paradise here. It'd be a goddamn paradise here. Let me tell you. Literally just do the opposite of what everybody's doing right now. It would be a paradise here. That's all you got to do. The opposite of what you're doing. Hey, I love you. I love you, Jenny Bear. Thank you. I know. You're strapped as shit, fixed income. I love you so much. I appreciate you. All of you. Fiona, Tom, Adam, Mersaw, Dana, Bubscat, Melfud, all of you. Martin, whatever happened to him. Okay, this guy, John Stewart's a complete pile of dog shit, but he finally admits some shit.
Finally laid out his plan for peace.
Benjamin Netanyahu is calling for complete demilitarization of Gaza, as well as Israel taking over security and controlling entry and exit points to Gaza.
So your peace plan is a siege.
Victory is within reach, and you can't have victory until you eliminate Hamas.
But, okay. But your plan to eliminate Hamas by destroying all of Gaza, doesn't that just make more Hamases? Is that the plural of Hamas? Hamasai. If you think that ends Hamas, I believe we in the United States have a banner you can use. It's a little wind damaged.
I appreciate that you appreciate me. I really do. At least somebody does. And I'm not talking about the people in the chat. I'm glad you guys in the chat appreciate me. I mean, that's what I mean. Thank goodness.
American taxpayers funded an artillery plant, and it cost over $500 million. Guess Peace and ProPublica says that American taxpayers funded an artillery plant, and it cost over $500 million. Guess what we produced in that plant? Zero, nothing. These defense contractors are robbing us blind. And as usual, our government and our media are willing participants in that robbery. Yaz, tell us about it.
Yeah, so the US Army had been.
So again, the government and the media, they're all the same people that are ripping you off with the company. They're the same people that own the companies, you idiot. You fucking retard.
Funding General Dynamics, or GD, an artillery factory that's in Dallas, Texas, with taxpayer dollars, of course, ultimately putting $533 million into the factory. But according to a report from our own Department of Defense back in July, the factory was
not your own Department of Defense. You don't have any say in anything they do, ever, stupid fuck. It is not yours unless you get to tell it what to do. Stupid. It's the same with the government. It's not your government because it tells you what to do. You don't tell it what to do. Right now, if you don't fucking pay property tax or sales tax or whatever the fuck, these fucking pedophile cops will come and kidnap you and steal your shit. So again, I think they're just all retarded here. I basically think we have a problem of this place is just a bunch of retards here. The problem is retards. Everyone is retarded. And they've been, in fact, I can prove it. The new generation right now, folks, are you ready? The new generation of retards, the new crop, the new product, the new result of what this world wants, none of these fuckers can read and write. How about that? They can't even read and write. They graduated high school. Are you ready? That's it. That's a fact. Let that sink in. For fuck's sake.
His boss needs to be publicly executed. Take a listen.
I believe that Flock right now is one of the most hated companies in America. They are one of the most corrupt companies in America. And quite frankly, sir, I don't think we can make America great again without hanging your CEO publicly for treason.
The man who is speaking there is Commissioner Joe Carr.
Yeah. All these people need to be hung for treason. You literally want to imprison and enslave the human race? You should be fucking executed. All of you people in government, all of you people, we see who you are. We see what you want. You want to enslave us. You should be hung. You should be publicly executed and hung. You fucking retards. Okay? It's a fact. Period. The reason you are all enslaved right now and a bunch of pussy cowards and slaves is because there's no punishment. There's no punishment for the criminals. And so if you don't hang them and punish them, then they all will do it. If you start hanging them, they all back up and said, hey, you're free. I ain't going to tell you what to do. You're free. I ain't going to tell you what to do. I don't want to hang. See, there's no punishment. There is no hanging anymore for someone taking your freedom. So as soon as you get the public executions back for any politician out there trying to take your freedom, you're not going to be free. And that's how it is. Freedom ain't free. Freedom means you have to kill people to stay free. That's the cost of freedom. The cost of freedom is you have to kill people that are trying to rule over you if you want to be free. It is what it is. This world ain't worth it. Okay? This world ain't worth it, dude, to sit here and live like a slave. Okay. I will kill as many people as it takes to be free and sleep like a baby, because this world ain't worth it, man. Fuck this world, man. I'm not going to live like a fucking slave. Fuck that shit. It's bad enough living in this cocksucking retard place. If I'm going to live here, I better fucking have all the wealth, everything I want to do, and everybody around me happy as fuck to do it with. Right? It ain't a world unless everybody's available there to enjoy it with. And it's too much to handle for some of these retards. They just can't handle it. What did America buy with the auto bailout?
Taxpayer bailout killed off CarPlay and still can't build an engine that survives its own warranty. Somewhere between bankruptcy and now, GM decided the real innovation wasn't better cars, it was better ways to charge you for worse ones. Let's get into it. Listen to this breakdown of GM's plan to rip Apple CarPlay and Android Auto out of literally every future vehicle, gas or electric, and force you onto their own in-house software instead.
GM, they just declared war on your dashboard. General Motors just confirmed it plans to remove Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from all future vehicles, not just EVs. Gas cars, hybrids, everything. They're going to take it out. So the apps millions of drivers already use and trust, they're going to be gone. Instead, GM wants you locked into their own software ecosystem, their navigation, their app store, their subscriptions, and their data collection on you. And that's the real story here. Because this isn't about improving the driver experience. It's all about control. Control of the dashboard, control of your data, and eventually control of recurring monthly revenue. GM says switching between your phone and the car is fragmented. Translation, they don't want Apple or Google controlling the experience anymore. They want you inside a closed system where every feature becomes another.
A closed system. Their system. And I'll show the video next where it's all about, you know, they're going to sell your data. You're the product now. Everything you do everywhere is a product that can be sold to some creep in government or a corporation or intelligence, another pedophile creep, basically. Intelligence agencies of the world are basically genocidal, sex trafficking, psychopathic child rapers.
Their subscription. Navigation subscription, remote features subscription, premium services subscription, because apparently spending $60,000 on a vehicle is not enough anymore. Now your truck needs a monthly membership too. And here's the
think about the group. The group that created intelligence after World War II was the international bankers. The banksters created intelligence to always have power no matter who you put in as president, you fucking dumb retards.
The dangerous part. Consumers already love CarPlay and Android Auto. I love my CarPlay because they actually work. They're simple, they're familiar, and they're reliable. But instead of drivers getting what they want,
again, I could give a fuck about all that CarPlay, fag play, whatever the fucking faggot fairy shit, whatever the fuck they're talking about. Who gives a fuck? Just put a goddamn CD in. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Put a fucking CD in or a goddamn fucking turn the radio on. I don't get it. First, we live in a fucking world where you have to pay to exist when everybody before us didn't have to pay to exist because everything you need is right here. As long as you do the work, plant the seeds every year like you're supposed to do, grow your food, make sure you got a well for water, and you do your job, your chores. And everyone here, there's no excuse. Everything here is free. There's no excuse unless you don't do the work. You got to grow your food to be here. Everyone does. Your own food. That's how it all worked before you let the government wipe out the middle class and the normal farmers. With government, you let government exist. It shouldn't have. And corporations exist, and it shouldn't. Banks shouldn't exist. None of these things. You let them exist to roll over you and get tricked. And it's a sad world. It's like I'm in the fucking, it literally is a Twilight Zone episode. It's a nightmare in this fucking place. To the normal, powerful soul, spiritual being soul, this place is dog shit. This place, to be honest, as a wise soul that I am in spirit, this place is an insult to my soul. It's an insult, and yours as well, because we're all connected etherically at the heart. Technically, we're all one spirit and mind. You just are too dumb to realize it. Most people are. Obviously, we know we're all connected in one, essentially one being. But everyone else is tricked.
Grocery stores are becoming technology companies. Listen to this. According to Consumer Reports, Kroger's data operation generated an estimated $527 million in 2024, with projections of roughly $825 million by 2027. What does that mean? That's how much money they're making by selling your data. When you walk into the grocery store, me, when you walk into the grocery store, you are.
And when you drive your car, they want that data too.
For the product. Okay, so we are in there innocently trying to buy things for our kitchen, groceries. Maybe you need to get some other items while you're there. And
everybody's behavior, every fucking little detail is being tracked and traced and fucking monitored. It's insane. Okay, you get the idea. Enough is enough with the obsession with the trying to control everybody. That's a red flag. You can't be here, freak show. Good fucking fuck me, man. The volume is low on the videos. That is very good information to know. That is fucking very good information to know. Stop. Okay, I'll try to turn up the fucking audio. I don't know, man. This fucking stream retard shit. Pretty soon, your own government, you're the tax cattle, but your government is going to charge you for robots that are going to kill you. Watch this.
A combat robot alongside real police officers on real streets. China just deployed a combat robot alongside real police officers on real streets. This is not a simulation, not even a test facility. Real streets. And if you think you've seen this somewhere before, you have. In a movie. Except this time, it's not fiction. This is the T-800 by Engine AI. 5 feet 8 inches.
Another note to take down is when you watch movies, what you're seeing in the dystopian ones, for the most part, what you're looking at is the wet dream of these elites. This is what they want for you. That's why decades in advance, they try to precondition you to accept it as then this is organic in a natural way, and it's inevitable that you would have came up with this. And it's all not. It's all manipulated. You would never, ever create a government. You would never create banks. You would never create robots. You would never do any of this shit that they're doing. This is what a predator class, a parasite does. It's not organic in any way, but they want you to think it is. And they go out of their way to make it look decades and multi-generations to try to make you believe that it's organic. Everything here is organic when it's all rigged and manipulated.
Just tall. It runs, executes spinning kicks. It fights with military precision. and it operates for 5 hours straight. Zero fatigue, no hesitation, and no emotion. It doesn't get scared. Neither does it make emotional decisions. It just executes. But this is where it gets bigger.
Look at that retard.
China didn't just build one combat robot.
Oh, boy.
They launched the world's first humanoid robot combat league.
Come on!
These robots fight each other in real matches, not to entertain, but to learn. Every fight sharpens their AI, teaches them something new about how to move and react, how to win. Analysts say this cuts AI development time by 30%.
Oh, boy.
They're not just building robots, they're training soldiers. And these robots are already deployed, not in a lab or behind glass at a tech conference. They are on.
Leave to the fucking retard Chinese to be the dumbest motherfuckers in the world. And then every other country is no dumber, really. It's just as dumb.
On the streets, walking next to police,
Labelable.
responding to real situations.
Fucking retards.
While Americans are still debating whether AI is dangerous, China already answered the question by putting the answer on patrol. So here's the only question that matters. Are we watching a safety upgrade, or are we watching China build something we won't be able to turn off?
I mean, did you see that old dude get knocked down like a fucking doll? Ragdoll?
China just...
What a fucking bunch of retards. We literally live in a fucking Twilight Zone retard world. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, folks.
It is Thursday, August 13th. It's about 11:15 a.m. West Coast time. Thanks for coming back to my channel. Yesterday or the day before, I read an article in The Nation. It's not really an article, it's a letter from a woman of Iranian descent who is married to a man of Iranian descent, and they have a teenage son. The three of them, they are green card holders. The mother and father are college professors. They have never had any law enforcement activity in their life at all. They've no criminal record at all, no traffic tickets, no nothing. The three of them have been held in ICE detention facilities for over 4 months.
How is this possible? How is this possible? Trump, is no different than fucking Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, Pol Pot. These fucking nut jobs are arresting innocent people that have never committed a fucking crime or harmed anyone, and they kidnapped them and put them in a cage for 4 months. And this is happening in the U.S. for years now, since Trump has taken over. Innocent people getting locked up and kidnapped just because they were born in another location around the world. Do you know how mentally ill Trump is? And the Democrats and the Republicans, for that matter, they're all mentally ill. The Bloods and the Crips, they're just gangs of pedophiles, a ruling class, predatory class that has no right to rule or ban anything or make any rules for you and rule over you. It's ruling over us because you're allowing it. I don't know what do we have to do? Like this is fucking goddamn bullshit. Yeah, the robots are scary as fuck. But you should fucking be scared as fuck about the army of robots unleashed on the world, man. These fuckers are crazy to do this shit. Dude, anybody who would even do this, they should all be executed immediately. Anybody, these people making the robot, all of it, dude, they should be executed immediately. Like, you want to fucking goddamn enslave us? I'm going to kill you. I'm just going to go ahead and kill you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to sit here and watch you enslave me. I will kill you, government.
Home from work. You're sitting at a red light, listening to music, and your phone phone is resting on the center console. Next to you is a normal looking Chevy Tahoe that is completely indistinguishable from any other vehicle on the road. But in the 5 seconds you sit at the traffic light, every mobile device inside your vehicle and every phone within a multi-block radius has silently dropped its connection to the legitimate cellular tower and secretly connected to that SUV. Your phone just handed over its unique identification markers, its precise physical location, and potentially much more. This is what now is starting to happen across the US, and it's a new era of mobile mass surveillance. In this video, we're going to look into how law enforcement agencies in the United States are quietly spending.
How Texas police spent $4.5 million on 4 Chevy Tahoes. They got millions of dollars for cameras in prison and to enslave us and to kill us and to kill other people around the world. They've got a shit ton of money. But when you need food stamps and a veteran who almost lost his leg for your fucking country and freedom needs food, you can't give them that, but you got money for a fucking $1 million Tahoe. These people need to be hung and executed immediately. All of these cops got to die for this. Your enemy in the world, folks, is the politicians and the cops. The politicians and the cops of the world are who rules over you right now. And really, it's who really tells them what to do. You should understand that they're all ruled from above in the shape of a pyramid, and the capstone at the top is who rules over you. It's a hierarchy, and you're at the bottom of it, retard, because you don't even know it exists, which means you're at the bottom right now. Because the ones who created it are at the top, the hierarchy. And so they got money to enslave us, but not when you need food. When they've been stealing taxes, every time you buy something, these pedophiles are stealing your money. Every time you buy something, and then it gets taxed, and then the property tax, all this other illegal tax, and then you still have to pay for a driver's license when you walk in. What was the money for? What? The point of all that is so when you walk in, you don't have to pay for anything. But again, that was a lie. That's why government can never exist. The intention of government is to control you, control.
Millions of dollars on high-tech surveillance vehicles disguised as everyday family vehicles. We're also going to discuss the hardware built into these.
No, we're not discussing any of that shit. We don't need to. For real, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Can't thank you guys enough. It's really nice to have good friends that are actually awake and real and not a bunch of jerk offs.
Off the record, al fresco dinner.
Like the rest of the world. They're crazy. I'm glad that there's some people here that aren't nuts. I thought I was the only one that wasn't nuts. And thank goodness we got the Meltology crew here that's not nuts. The rest of the world, they're basically crazier, nuttier than squirrel turds.
At her home in honor of Sam Altman, Saturday, August 29th, cocktails at 6 p.m., seated dinner at 6:45 at Gwyneth's home in Amagansett, New York. Address.
Gwyneth Paltrow invites this fucking pedophile sister raping nerd to her house. What the fuck kind of retard is this bitch? Oh, we already know.
To be provided closer to the date. Kindly.
We already know she's a genocidal fucking maniac like Jerry Seinfeld. He's a fucking racist, genocidal psychopath. They all are, these piece of shit actors.
RSVP to events@goop.com. What the f? At first I was like, this has to be fake. It's gotta be just a meme, but apparently it is very real according to Matthew Baloney of Puck News. Which on second thought, not shocking that a genocide supporter, allegedly, would host a dinner for a tech CEO who raped his younger sister. Also allegedly. One has to wonder what kinds of private, off-the-record conversations will be had. When it's
They might as well fucking be part of the Montauk Project. Over there.
I know this guy. He's a deputy. Just clocked him at 111.
The Florida Highway Patrol recently stopped this off-duty Brevard County deputy. The trooper could have arrested him under Florida's super speeder law, but instead let him go. I'm News 6 investigator Mike DeForest. That man with the motorcycle just happens to be Brevard County.
Can you imagine? I can tell you, growing up, that if somebody would have told you that you would have been kidnapped and arrested for driving at high speed and you never caused any harm, they wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't believe it. They would be like, fuck that. We'll hang every one of these cops if they try to do that. But now it's like hey, we didn't like how fast you went. We're going to lock you up in a cage now. Like, you know how mentally ill the world we live in is, where they can literally kidnap you because you harmed nobody. You caused no crime, no harm, because you were driving in your car with nobody around. Nobody's around. You want to drive a little fast, and they're going to kidnap you for miles, hundreds of miles. There's no car sometimes.
He's Deputy of the Year.
What on earth?
But then when they get caught, they don't arrest each other. So the rules are different. If the rules are different, then they're not rules. If they don't have to be held accountable to the same laws as everyone else that they arrest people for and kidnap them for, then what are we even doing here? These fuckers have to die for this. Again, I hate all cops and politicians because they are the teeth. They're who the pedophiles above at the top of the capstone in the hierarchy of the pyramid, they're the ones that give teeth for the pedophiles. They allow the pedophiles to rule us, the cops. That's why I curse and hate all cops. You basically have to be a pedophile psychopath to want to be a cop or a politician. Period. Qualified immunity. Again, they all got to die as far as I'm concerned. Until you start hanging these motherfuckers, they're going to keep taking your freedom. Murph Law's been playing some chess. Really? I've been watching chess. I don't really play. I should play more. But I get a lot out of watching it. I know you're supposed to play, though. You have to play. You want to get good at chess, folks? You got to play it. You got to play all the time. I haven't been playing. I've been watching. I swear I haven't been playing. I promise you. I haven't logged in. But I have been watching, and I do watch it, and that counts for something. That counts for something, watching it. It definitely keeps you a little sharp. Chess can be so fun and then so boring at the same time. I don't know how it's crazy. It can be so boring sometimes. I don't know how. It's weird to me.
Brace yourselves, my friends, because what I'm about to show you is so utterly mind-meltingly insane that you might need to check if you're still living in the real world. This isn't satire. This isn't a late-night comedy sketch. This is real, and it's happening right now. A tiny Quebec town just declared that trees are sentient beings with fundamental rights. Yes, you heard that correctly. Sentient beings with rights. They're calling them sentient. Not just living, but sentient. The same.
So now you're going to have no rights, and fucking trees are going to have more rights than you retards because you let a group of mentally ill retards called government rule over you with their pedophile fucking cops.
same word that we use for beings that feel, experience, and have some form of awareness. Terra Valdre, population of barely 2,000, has become the first municipality in all of Canada to officially sign the Universal Declaration of Tree Rights. Mayor Michael Bordeaux looked into the camera of history and announced.
So again, if you want to chop a tree down and build a house and use that wood to heat your home all winter, like they've been doing in the old world for thousands of years, and you want to grow a bunch of trees in a forest so they're specifically grown so you can use those trees to as fuel for steam engines. Now they're going to tell you you can't do that. A bunch of mentally ill retards who have no right to ever tell you what to do about anything. These people in government have no right to rule over you and ban things and make rule anything. They have no right to go around and make rules for anyone else in the world. Government is a group of mentally ill, criminal, pedophile, psychopath retards that are more than happy to steal your money and tell you what to do. Government is more than happy to steal your money and tell you what to do. That's why these pedophile retards are magnetized to be a politician or a cop, because they are fanatical psychopaths that want to control you. All of these positions, look at them. Look at this cocksucking fucking pedo dick rider.
That trees are our biggest ally in the climate war. Listen to the sacred principles that these enlightened leaders just adopted. The tree is a sentient living being and a common good for humanity. Life on Earth depends on the tree.
And again, don't get it twisted. There is a small glimpse of a spirit that is alive, that is in a tree, but it is not even comparable to the human vessel. It's an insult what they're doing with the animals and trees, trying to even compare them in value to the human vessel. It's an insult to the spirit and soul, because none of these vessels can achieve soul awareness other than the human. So it's an insult to the soul, because none of these vessels, they can't achieve, the soul can't achieve awareness like they can in this. So it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous to even compare a tree or an animal. You could take all of them, everything, and it wouldn't add up to even half of what one human vessel is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And we mere humans must now act towards the tree.
Have a bunch of mentally ill retards, and that's AI, because look, her hand went right through the tree. Way to go, retard.
In quote, a
that looks great. Yeesh.
Spirit of fraternity and solidarity. Fraternity and solidarity with a maple tree? I mean, have you hugged a tree today, my comrades? Have you asked how it's feeling? Did it consent to that pruning last fall? This whole
again, in the old world, they literally grew forests to fuel their steam engines. Do you understand? And make log cabins. They were into log cabins. They made a lot of log cabins in the old world. We do. We are in the land of the retards. Yeah. Yeah, they can clear cut and destroy environments, and people can't use wood for heating and building. Again, they're mentally ill here. Everything they say is hypocritical and illogical and irrational.
So Walmart just revealed that they received over $3 billion in tariff refunds from the federal government.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that? You want to hear something really fucking stupid? What do you call it? What's his name? Fucking God. Ice Cube and Chris Tucker, their son is going to do Friday. That's funny, though. The fact that their sons, Ice Cube's son and Chris Tucker's son, is going to get together and do Friday 2.0 or whatever the fuck it is. It's kind of funny. I mean, I would too. Milk that cow if I could. and try to make some money. I would too, I guess, right? I mean, who wouldn't?
In which they said they are going to use that to lower the costs for the American people. But yet, sales have still collapsed. This is a huge problem. Look at this. It says at Walmart, billions in tariff refunds soften the blow from slower sales growth, says the country's largest private employer described a cautious U.S. consumer navigating higher prices from tariffs and the Iran war. Now, here's what we are hearing, that the American people have never made this much money. We are making so much money. This is the highest
We haven't made a fucking penny. We're getting vacuum cleanered.
we've ever been paid.
All the money is going to the politicians and the corporations like Walmart. They just bailed Walmart out with the tariffs. We didn't get one penny. Walmart raises the prices so it doesn't have to pay the tariffs. The customers does. And then the government gives Walmart a check. Oh, sorry about the tariffs. And they didn't pay it. We did. We're the ones supposed to get the check. Again, everything is criminal with government existing. It's so fucked, man. Trailer park person, how you doing? It's actually, a spiritual disconnection with our listen, we've always been here and we always will be. We're in our collective mind. We're having a collective dream. When you go to bed at night, you have what is called an individual subjective dream. And sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you get confused and you realize that you thought your dream was real and it's not. You got confused. You woke up and you were like, whoa, no, that was just a dream. For a second there, I thought that was real for a second there. The problem is when you do wake up and realize that, you don't realize that you're still in the collective dream, the bigger dream, the objective dream. So you don't realize you're still in the collective dream, folks. We've always been and we always will be. And the scenarios that we create here for us to experience are forever changing and forever anew. Anyway. And this one got kind of infested by a bunch of fucking demons, basically.
Welcome back to New World Next Week. I'm James Corbett at CorbettReport.com.
And I'm James Evan Pilato of MediaMonarchy.com. Whatever we can do to keep these
James Pilates, he does Pilates. Just kidding.
cookies dropping will be amazing. We have got that story. Plus, turning weed farms into data centers.
No!
First, not ready for
That's blasphemy. That's a sin.
prime time. FDA approves first mRNA flu vaccine, despite all those pesky safety concerns. Grabbing this from children'shealthdefense.org, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approved the
Oh, they can't wait to enter a whole bunch of new kids, a whole new fucking generation of kids to be injured. So they got customers for their whole life. Their whole lives.
first messenger RNA, mRNA-based seasonal
Customers, the big pharma industrial complex says, get them while they're young. We'll have customers for life.
flu vaccine, clearing the way for Moderna's Influenza to be used in adults.
Customers for life.
The New York
Customers
Times
for life.
The approval is a major win for Moderna, which sees Influenza as the next. I hope I'm mispronouncing it because I don't want their
Moderna. No, Moderna. Murder. Red rum.
incantations in my head, which sees Influenza as the next step in expanding its mRNA platform beyond the scamdemic. The move drew criticism from vaccine safety advocates who argued that regulators should not expand the use of mRNA technology before addressing concerns raised during the COVID-19 vaccine rollout. mRNA gene therapy injections, and that's really more, We talk about the magic words. I think saying gene therapy is a much more effective way because people are like, oh, a vaccine. Oh, I'll get a vaccine like I take a piece of candy. But when you put
No, you're getting gene therapy. Let that sink in. This ain't
the idea of gene therapy, I don't know, it might be too late. Seem like I take a piece of candy. But when you put the idea of gene therapy, I don't know, it might be too late. mRNA gene therapy injections are demonstrably not ready for prime time, said Mary Holland, CEO of CHD. No new mRNA shots should be brought on the market, and those already on the market should long ago have been removed.
Yeah.
It's disheartening to see the Trump administration greenlight.
What we're seeing is madness, man, mental illness. You have vaccines that have caused more injuries than all other vaccines combined are still allowed to exist. It's crazy.
These shots write executive orders about more glyphosate that will undoubtedly have severe adverse effects. Moderna President Stephen Hoge praised the approval, calling it a big deal for us. The company now has vaccines against all the main respiratory pathogens that people face every year: COVID, flu, and of course RSV, and hopefully over time even bring things forward like the combination vaccine. The approval comes as the debate about mRNA technology continues. U.S. Health Secretary RFKJ criticized mRNA COVID vaccines, calling them the deadliest vaccine ever made. The Department of Health and Human Services last year canceled nearly $500 million in funding for mRNA vaccine research. And if you look, if you received the percentage that these vaccines work as a grade back in school, you would fail. So now they would probably just pass them. So I realize my analogy might be dated, but I don't think the data is the 20.
Listen, these vaccines get what is called a failure percentage, a percentage known as a failure, an F on a test, not an A, not a D, a C, a B, an F. These are failures, not a pass. None of these are a pass. They did not pass anything. They're all failures. By percentage.
2024-25 flu vaccine season demonstrated an overall adjusted vaccine effectiveness, VE, of 56% against medically attended influenza in the United States. That was, I believe, an F back in school. Search flu vaccine success percentage from last season.
Could have been a million
And
other
is this, James, is this the return of the rubber stamp? First mRNA flu vaccine has far higher injury rates than the standard jabs. That's from Just the News. And the fantastic Dr. John Campbell has a video we'll link up. FDA approves new mRNA vaccine despite the risks. And James, before I throw it back to you, we were talking about this morning on Morning Monarchy, and somebody made the really pithy comment that the FDA, it was probably in the form of a meme, the new pithy comment, that the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, the food makes sure that the drugs part has constant new customers. They feed you a bunch of garbage and say this is all good so they can get you on the main line over to
Get them young, customers for life. How do you get customers? Poison their food and poison their vaccine and medications.
all their fantastic drugs. They kick you down the stairs and sell you the crutches. But I'm wondering.
They kick you down the stairs and then sell you the crutches at the bottom. We just happen to have crutches down here, over here for you, over there.
James, the FDA got their hair on fire memo from Moderna. I cannot find our coverage on it. I can't find maybe the magic words to search in my archives. We covered it years ago. Internal documents show how rigged this process is. They would get memos that say, you need to approve this yesterday, man. If that sounds familiar.
It sounds all too familiar. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what magic words. If anyone can dig that up from our New World Next Week archives, please do let us know. But yeah, I'm sure we have covered that before, and we've talked about that in various different ways in our own reporting on, say, the glyphosate or the aspartame, or various ways that these toxic slurries are approved. But yeah, exactly right. It does sound just too familiar. It sounds like business as usual, underlining the word business. And so it is disheartening to see the Trump administration greenlight these shots. Seems like the understatement of the century, because isn't this why, I don't know, half the public were so excited about Trump 2.0? Maha, guys, we're going to stick it to Big Pharma. ... Oh wait, no, they're approving this Mflusiva, whatever, and not monstrosity. They're giving immunity to Bayer for the Roundup cancer causation, etc. So
the corruption is so overt and blatant. And look at this fucking retard android looking bitch.
Yay, wonderful. This is apparently what Make America Healthy Again
Not a robot, an android.
actually means in political reality. Did you expect anything different? But let me just underline the point that you're making there. It is not a trivial point. What's in a name? A rose by any other name would smell as sweet, and a toxic slurry of genetic gene therapy would be as deadly, right? Whatever it's called. But yeah, let's not commit these stupid corporate brand logo names to memory and recite their corporate incantations for them, Lucifer or whatever. Remember, they were trying to call their COVID-19 shot immunity or whatever garbage name they came up with.
You come into this world, you get traumatized instantly. Right, Fiona?
I was excited to go to Flock's big police convention, Flock Forward. I bought a $350 ticket and booked a hotel room at the Hilton in Atlanta. But then Flock said, no journalists allowed, which is really kind of weird, considering that your tax dollars are usually paying for the tickets your public servants buy. Then a Flock employee contacted the hotel on my behalf and canceled my room without notifying me. So I couldn't even be in the building.
We received an email from a Shannon Jones requesting that the reservation be canceled.
Flock could keep our bodies out of the convention, but they couldn't block our electromagnetic frequencies. We captured packets from every single Wi-Fi channel we could find, using dozens of Wi-Fi adapters in monitor mode. Then we used a 2.4 gigahertz parabolic dish antenna to passively capture the Bluetooth information of just about everyone at the conference. Then we used a log periodic dipole array and multiple SDRs to demodulate the wireless microphones used in their stage and camera production. These silly gooses even forgot to turn the microphones off when they weren't presenting or recording, so we captured some of their mingling. Then I flew my drone with a zoom lens over the convention as it was letting out. Cool! Looks like lots of police and politicians got tons of free swag. Do you recognize these attendees? If not, that's okay. We can just use facial recognition. Oh my god. I can't believe I was only a drone flight away from Minnesota Senator Julianne Ortman. This little drone flight allowed us to find out that Senator Ortman is a managing partner of Public Safety Strategies Group.
So a bunch of pedophile corporations want to enslave you, and so they create tools that can do it, and then they want to sell them to the pedophile cops and the pedophile politicians that want to enslave you. So they have better, easier tools to enslave you, extort you, and milk you because you haven't paid taxes enough on that same piece of fucking money over and over and over again. You paid taxes on the same fucking $10 1,000 times. There's nothing left of it.
Which is led by Rich Stanek, the former sheriff of Hennepin County covering Minneapolis. And guess what? Flock pays them as consultants to find confidential leads to new police contracts around the country. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So thank you, Flock, for banning journalists.
The government is inherently pedophilic, psychopathic corruption. Government will never not be corrupt. An illegitimate ruling class will never not be corrupt. An illegitimate group of individuals in the world trying to rule over you, us, will never be legitimate, and it will never not be corrupt. What is wrong with you fucking retards here?
From your dumbass convention. We had more fun out here and learned a whole lot more. Stay tuned.
Yeah, how in the fuck is circumcision even allowed? This is a criminal offense, dude. Like torturing babies, cutting off the most sensitive part of their bodies as a baby. This is traumatized torture designed to, fuck with the baby's head, man. This is crazy, dude, that this is allowed. We live in the land of the fucking savage retards.
I was trying to find a nice way to say this, but I'm not going to say it. There's
I can say it for you.
Yeah, there's like the purple-haired jihadist on a college campus that wants to murder me and my family.
Oh.
That, like...
I don't have those kind of haters.
Yeah, I know. Those people don't bother me, whatever.
See, my haters are nothing now.
Yeah, exactly.
So those people don't bother him. The leftists with the purple hair on college campuses, those people don't bother him. There's two types of haters. That's the first type. That's the one that Andrew Wilson, TPUSA, the FBI and the Trump administration and Israel want you to think killed him. Even though his boyfriend, Tyler Robinson's boyfriend, was not trans, as they all said. He's not trans. He's not. So that was all made up too. So here's the people that do scare him.
More lies and propaganda. You know what does scare him? Ben Shapiro.
You know,
CIA, Mossad, Trump, the group of fucking
they have weapons. We get
oligarchs in his inside that have taken over TPU, the intelligence agencies.
Death threats almost every day. That's part of the game of the space that I'm in. The other type of haters, though, are the ones that are the close proximity ones. And these are ones I know that had some sort of relationship with me and either betrayed me or deceived me or said that I could not succeed. That is a whole different, those actually get my attention.
Yeah.
Just like the random troubled person on a campus, whatever.
So the random troubled person on a campus, whatever, it's the people who are in my inner circle, the people who have relationships with me. Those are the people.
People that ultimately want to control me.
Who have betrayed me.
The ones that in my inner circle that want to control me as if they're my handlers.
Those, and so he knew it then. So that's who he was actually afraid of. He wasn't afraid of a Lance Twiggs or a Tyler Robinson. He was afraid of the people surrounding him, the fake pastors who use Christianity to hide their used car salesman chicanery and their crimes and their evil, the people around him doing financial crimes left and right, the Zionists who are committing a genocide. Those are the people, his inner circle, the people he had relationships with, the Ben Shapiros. The Ben Shapiro, who, don't forget, was on the phone with the guys in the car as they were driving him to the hospital. An 8-minute ride to the hospital. Somehow they got time to get on a phone call with Ben Shapiro. That's not suspicious at all, is it?
No, that's not weird at all, Ben. Holy fuck, what are you even doing on the phone, Ben? That doesn't look good, Ben.
Exactly the kind of person he said he was afraid of. Ben Shapiro.
Not looking good, Ben. You're looking really guilty, Ben. I think you killed him, Ben. Ben.
That means there would be a year and a half. Much of the United States is at risk of having a blackout for 18 months. That means there would be a year and a half where certain parts of the United States would have no electricity. That right there would be devastating. Look at this. It says U.S. power grid at risk of 18-month blackout. One city, as of right now, is currently in the dark and has been for more than 1 week. This is as of today. They've been in the...
How the data center scoops up. You know what the data centers do? Oh, they just come in and buy the company, the power company, wherever they want to move into. They come in and buy that company.
The dark for more than a week.
And raise everybody's power.
And it is expected to last for several more days. I will explain why in a moment. But look at this, okay? Iranian hackers are targeting U.S. energy and water sectors. This is according to federal officials. They have been warning us of this for several months.
Again, don't believe anything that comes from the government, especially the federal government. You stupid dick cheese eater. Fuck. God, these people are just so dumb. God damn, they take the cake, don't they? These fuckers here are fucking dumb. Fuck that, man.
Hayden Panettiere.
If only actress Hayden Panettiere had written a book detailing how she was pimped by her close friend and sexually abused by a powerful Hollywood actor at a young age. Oh, wait, she did.
She physically put me in the bed next to this undressed man who was very famous and had his hands like this, like this was just, you know, an average day for him. This is something that happens all the time.
And a lot of people have been trying to figure out who that is. James Blunt has come up a number of times. This is a screenshot from a recent music video that he put out. And so he's kind of like telegraphing something going on a yacht.
When did this music video come out?
Released August 14th.
Dude.
2 days before the death of Hayden.
Oh my God, he did it.
Multiple photos show him in close settings with Hayden. Some of these photos show him with her on the yacht. Multiple parties and overlapping social circles place him and Hayden with proximity. He was known to be active in the yacht scene on the French Riviera, and he was rumored to have made moves on Hayden back in 2009.
And
together.
guess who this is?
Is that Diane
Jenkins.
Wow.
Now, Diane Jenkins had talked about on the Beverly Hills Housewives that she was known for putting together a table book called 23 of all of these very high profile celebrities and people, one of them being Hayden Panettiere, that posed naked for her. And people are now alleging that she used this book as a madam to traffic these women to the elites.
The Hayden story, I don't know if he's the one that...
Oh no, I'm saying he killed her.
Yeah, suck on that.
How dark is it? How dark is it in Gary, Indiana, right? This is how dark it is.
Almost 100,000 people in Gary, Indiana are stuck and suffering. They've been without power for a week due to severe storms in the area. Just a month ago, the people of Gary were expressing concern about data centers' effect on their electricity. The total number of data centers in Indiana is 147. That's 23 currently operating and 120 currently being built. The state has specifically become a target for development because of its tax exemption on the electricity used by data centers, which saves each facility hundreds.
So stop helping out corporations instead of making policies like that help out corporations. How about don't do that? Don't do that.
Of millions of dollars. In October.
But your government is inherently rigged and flawed because of lobbying is allowed. Bribery has been legalized. So you will never, ever, ever get some type of fucking government action in your favor.
Amazon opened a 1,200-acre, $11 billion data center in New Carlisle, Indiana. And in February, Meta broke ground on a $10 billion data center in Lebanon, Indiana. Research has shown that the existence of these large data centers puts strain on our power grids. Gary, Indiana is serviced by local utility Northern Indiana Public Service Company, or NIPSCO. So NIPSCO is the company handling this blackout. NIPSCO also loves data centers. The utility company has proposed independent deals with data centers owned by Amazon and Alphabet, and its parent company created a utility completely dedicated to servicing data centers. Between 2023 and 2025, NIPSCO raised Gary residents' electric bills by $83. NIPSCO also accidentally doubled 3,500 customers' electric bills and then didn't report the error for a year after discovering it. And it seems as though these customers still haven't gotten full refunds.
Everyone's like, oh, how dark is it? How dark is it in Gary, Indiana, right? This is how
Yeah, well, unfortunately, right now I'm having to live with this 24-hour a day, 7 days a week generator in the background here, and I've learned to ignore it. But it's hard. It's so fucking loud. I woke up at 3 in the morning the other night. It was so loud. It's a diesel engine running in the background. It's so loud that you can't even tell where it's coming from. It's vibrates the whole fucking floor, seismically. And man, I was 3 in the morning. I couldn't fucking sleep, man. I mean, dude, I'm having to deal with this bullshit, this data center shit right now myself, and it's hell, man. But I really learned to try to block this shit out, man. But it's you can't do it.
U.S. citizens are now being detained at the border for allegedly writing negative tweets about Israeli politicians. I'm not joking. Take a listen.
Detained and questioned by the Department of Homeland Security yesterday for 3 hours about Israel. I returned yesterday for my trip to Lebanon, and through the passport line, they immediately took my passport, put it in a red folder, and said the DHS has to speak with you. Of course, I went. They didn't let me take my luggage, and when I get there, they start asking me questions about me, my family, my friends, where I went to high school. They wrote everything down. I'm not going to lie to them. They looked through my social medias, and then they asked me, have you ever doxed anyone? I said no. Have you ever doxed a politician? I said no. Have you ever said anything negative about an Israeli politician? I said yes. Now there's not one guy, now there's 2 guys, agents with the badges around their necks asking me questions, and they say, why would you do that? They were talking about a tweet about Ben Gvir, an Israeli minister I made in April of 2026. They told me, do not do that again. Do not make a negative tweet about him. After about 30 minutes more of questioning, why would I criticize Ben Gvir of the Israeli government? Took more information, my phone number, my email, my address, and then they said, do not do this again.
Guys, what is happening? We got U.S. Border Patrol scolding Americans for writing bad tweets about Israeli politicians. Like, are we still sovereign?
Like you're a grown adult, and you have another grown adult telling you you're not allowed to criticize a politician of a foreign government. Do you understand the treason and the mental illness that goes on with people believing that they have the right to tell you what you're allowed to say? There's people out there that believe that they have the right to tell you what you're allowed to say with your mouth. These people have to die so fast, or slow for that matter, for this shit, man. I swear, if I get my way, I'm going to torture the shit out of everybody. Every cop, every politician, everybody in government will be tortured to death slower than fuck if I get my way. And I will find that multiverse, that timeline. I will find that timeline and live it, or I will force this one to submit to it and create it myself.
I was speaking to a source at Amazon who it was just crazy to hear what their build out looks like right now, and said that when they go in, they're looking at like defunct coal plants or other power plants that are nearby these data centers. And if they can't get the power they need from the local community, they just buy up the coal powered plant or the other power plants that were there. They buy them up and then they revitalize them, bring in a couple thousand people, build it out to a new energy complex. And then, you think, that's great. So now that coal plant that you're taking over, which is defunct, it closed 3 years ago or 4 years ago or 10 years ago under regulations and onerous regulations and so forth, you're going to revitalize it and then the community will benefit. No. They're going to get all the power. So they're not giving any of this power back to the community. The coal plants specifically, and the ones that are in Nevada and Colorado where Amazon is coming in and building these facilities, they're buying them up and revitalizing them, and they're turning them into natural gas facilities. So that it's far cleaner. They don't have to deal with the coal regulations, and then they will use all of that energy. Oh, okay. So then it won't have an effect on the community then, right? So then energy prices won't have gone up in the community. Oh, no. In fact, the sources I've spoken to at Amazon said absolutely the energy costs will go up in those communities, and they already have. So they're self-contained. Why are my energy costs going up? It's because the spillover effect of it all, and the grid capacity and everything else. So you're already seeing this across the country. People without data centers, even in their backyard yet, are seeing increases to their kilowatt hours, their per kilowatt hours, upwards of 12, 13, 14%, just in prices. We in Colorado have already seen prices skyrocket, even without the massive data center build-outs, because it's future projections. So it's the auction process of electricity. So the future projections on the auction process believe that they will be over capacity. They believe, and local communities are saying, expect blackouts. If I could, I'll give you an example. Homer City, Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, near where I went to college out there, University of Pittsburgh, and that whole area in Western PA. This is a really interesting anecdote because Homer City, their energy prices have already increased, but they're building this. The data centers that have come in there have revitalized the old coal plants that are there, and were shut down in 2023. Now they're building this massive Homer City energy complex. On top of it, converting it to natural gas, but the people of Homer City don't get the benefit of it. They don't get any of that. It's going to go to the data center build out, and I think the mayor, the other members of the local city council have already seen those prices go up and have said that we will expect blackouts. This is Pennsylvania. This isn't Texas, where you get incredible heat waves. You still get heat waves and things, but not like Texas or Arizona. So expect blackouts. Like over the next few years, our grid cannot handle this. And so the people of this area that live in the surrounding area can expect to see their homes affected by this and blackouts that will unfold in these neighborhoods. And that, again, that's Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, nowhere near like Abilene, Texas, or Arizona. So these things are very real for people, and the costs that will be passed on to the consumers, where energy costs are already skyrocketing, is very real. I know the Trump administration says, well, we're putting this cap on as part of this, this AI build out. We're putting this cap on it so that we're going to make these producers pay that. But there's no evidence that they are. Like, we are already paying more for electricity. Already. I don't know what it is for you, like in Maine, like if you've seen it there, if you know like what data center, because it seems like I'm looking at the data center map in Maine is like very minimal for build outs from what I can tell. But so you have the future projections of costs of this energy build out that are already affecting people.
I mean, I guess I'm struck by so many parts of the story, but the one that I'm fixated on maybe most is the total powerlessness of the people who live in this country to have any effect on any of this at all. Going back to what you said at the outset.
That surprises you? What a dumbass. Again, he's so dumb and naive. It's mind-boggling that you don't understand how powerless we are growing up. How old are you? You couldn't figure it out by now how powerless we are? Like, this guy's a fucking idiot. Like, what kind of retard said that?
To the conversation about the Department of Justice targeting anyone who complains about this or tries to slow it down. Have there been, I don't think most people are for this. I don't think people understand exactly what the purpose of it is. I don't think there's been much of an attempt to convince us that this will improve our lives, which is to say the tech.
We know the purpose. It's surveillance, and it can't be any other bullshit. God, this guy is fucking dumb as fuck, dude. How the fuck did that guy ever make it anywhere? Oh, he's intelligence. I get it. Yeah, I see now. Yeah, it's all rigged. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, we're not in God's world. I'm sorry. The God doesn't exist. We have always been and always will be. We weren't created. There's no imaginary beings out there like God that created this place. We created this place. We're the creators. If you are here right now in this world, you're one of the creators. We're all connected at the heart etherically. We're all integral to the one spirit mind that is all. We're not separate from any creator. We are the creators here. So no more guard shit, please, in my fucking, chat. I mean, that's ridiculous. Appreciate that. Yeah, folks, come on, meditate. Come on. The reason that, dude, a lot of the problems in this world are people believing in a God. That's a big problem. It makes them relinquish responsibility for themselves when they believe that there's a God. They don't want to argue with the way the world is, because after all, God created it that way. So you got to understand the psychological operations of believing in God. It's a major problem in this place. It's a major deterrent to paradise. Okay, folks? The belief in God is a major psychological operation of propaganda nonsense that have destroyed this world. This idea of a fucking God has destroyed this place. People have not taken any responsibility to make this place a paradise because they think something else doesn't exist. It's going to do it. Where is it? How come it hasn't happened? Use your heads, people. Meditate, folks. We're in the big dream, our collective imagination, present moment, real time.
The immediate arrest of the local government before me that are allowing this breach of peace and public endangerment to occur. I hereby call for the immediate arrest of the local government before me that are allowing this breach of peace and public endangerment to occur.
Time to arrest and hang all government. It's time. It's time. You want to sell out, you pedophile fucking psychopath fucks? We're going to hang every one of you fuckers. It's time to start hanging these fuckers. We're never going to be free until there's a price to pay. And that's killing motherfuckers like this. I'll kill these fuckers all day long. I will slaughter these pedophile retards that want to roll over me. And I will sleep like a baby. You want to roll over me? I see who you are. I will kill every one of you and sleep like a baby. Look at them. You're pathetic. I will easily kill you.
Why doesn't she run for mayor? Covering what the corporate media covers up.
Hey, it's Jordan with Status Quo. The revolt against AI data centers is spreading nationwide. And in New Jersey last night, a town hall went off the rails as residents demanded a citizen's arrest of the mayor, the elected city council, for pushing through a hated AI data center project.
Against the will of the people. They did it anyway. Against the will of the people, because they don't work for you. They never have, never will. It's a mirage, an illusion, a deception, and a delusion to believe it.
Project at the tune of $1.8 billion. Take a listen to this resident. Fire, absolute fire about the elected politicians poisoning residents and their children. Here we go.
And then you'll get retards that are like, well, shit, you can run for mayor, then you do this and you do. No, I can't run for something that can't exist. I'm not going to run for mayor when government and a mayor shouldn't exist. Freedom, free of you telling me what to do. A stranger. a mayor, some fucking pedophile. Fuck you. You don't get to tell anyone what to do. Ever, government. You need to die. I don't understand how this is confusing to the dumb sheep.
You do not get to just poison us. You do not get to just accelerate the climate crisis.
You will have a cost. If you want to fucking enslave us, poison us, and kill us, you're going to die. There's going to be a cost.
And expect no legal repercussions from us. You have the power to end this project now, right now. You have the power to end this project. You have been given so many warnings. We are done warning you. You can either end this project, resign effective immediately, or we will take legal action to protect the children and nature.
The government will not restrain its corruption until people start getting hung. Okay? These fucking pedophiles in government laugh at you retards because you will never hang them. They know you will never hang them. You're a bunch of pansy pussy cowards. You will never hang them. And they know you're a bunch of cowards. The people in government right now knows you're all a bunch of fucking pussy cowards and you will never hang them. They know you're afraid and you're a bunch of pansies and you're cowards. They know you won't hang them, cowards. Do you understand that, cowards?
It tells me what to do. That you pay for parking, you're paying overpriced for drinks. These scalpers having some corporation tell you what to do. You guys do what you want. This is your night, your life, and flock cameras too. Live free or die, mother.
Josh Homme, front man from Queens of the Stone Age. Not a fan of these.
To say I'm pissed is an understatement. Look at this right here. This is a flock camera. There it is, right there. There's the camera lens. And guess what this is? This is my bedroom window. It's facing.
It's supposed to be a license plate reader. It's supposed to be a license plate reader facing the road, license plates, and it's facing her window. These cops are all a bunch of fucking pedophile mother. Inherently, every cop is automatically a psychopathic pedophile. Again, research has proven that psychopaths and pedophiles are magnetically attracted to positions of power like police and politicians and any government for that matter. So all of the people that work for government are inherently the lowest psychopathic criminal scumbags in the society of the world. They're the lowest caliber in the whole world that are attracted to these positions of power. And you wonder why the world is shit.
Directly towards my bedroom window. What is that? Over there on that intersection is 2 more flock cameras. Why was there a need to put one right here directly beside an apartment building, directly beside a window?
And he has good reason.
Because they're creepy perverts. All cops are inherently psychopathic pedophiles like the politicians. Again, these are the people that are attracted magnetically to these positions of power, the lowest scumbags of all time.
I mean, look at the evidence.
There is a flock camera in Texas pointed directly, well, at a pool. Why? Flock cameras aren't meant to be pointed at pools or public.
Supposed to be license plate readers. Are there license plates in the pool, you pedophile cops? You just showed the public, cops, that you're a bunch of pedos. You just showed the public you're a bunch of pedophiles, cops. Your actions show. You can't even hide your pedophilic ways, you fucking pedophiles, cops. You got to point a camera at a child's nursery school, you fucking thick fucks. You just show the world you're a bunch of pedos. We already knew that. And you got to go and prove it.
With places like this, unless you're trying to surveil the people there and not license plates. This video was taken by Ben Jordan, and my question is, as we see the rise in misuse of flock cameras, what's the point of having one here? This pool is in Austin, Texas. Now, Flock's CEO has recognized that
Austin, Texas, a bunch of pedophile cops everywhere. They're all fucking pedophiles.
its cameras have been misused by law enforcement.
The New York Times would give a pretty good breakdown on TikTok. Here is part of that.
If you're not looking, you may not spot this. It's an automatic license plate reader that captures images of every car that passes by.
The largest provider of license plate readers in the United States is a company called Flock. Initially, they were just providing these license plate readers to homeowners associations to do a kind of automated neighborhood watch. But in 2020, they started working with the government, with police departments. They now work with 7,000 agencies around the country, which is about 40% of all law enforcement in the United States. They have 120,000 license plate readers in every state but Alaska. One thing that is different about this system from older license plate reader systems is that there's been advances in AI, and you can now search not just by license plate, but also by these other identifying details, that it was a white SUV or that it has a bumper sticker. When the results do come up, it's basically this grid of photos of where the car has been spotted and when and by which agency. And if somebody was looking for you, they could see all the places you and your car have been.
There's a site called DFlock. It's an open source map which allows people just to plot where they see the license plate readers in their community. DFlock has become so popular because it has been very difficult for ordinary citizens and even for the media to get very hard and specific information of just how common this technology has become.
People who are really concerned about these cameras also have been going to city council hearings.
And those have gotten, let me be clear, effing wild.
Flock around and find out. Flock around and find out.
I decided to get one to help my community, to help catch the bad guys, and I'm getting ridiculed for it. You guys want to call and cancel it?
Again, dude, I'm not going to hear some fucking pedophile cry about not being able to surveil me. Again, if you don't understand that, you should be executed. That cop right there has to die. If I ever see that cop, you're a dead motherfucker. I will chop your head off slowly. I swear to fuck. You better hope I don't see you. I'll kill you in a heartbeat, motherfucker. I will. That all those cops like that want this, you got to die for that. Like, you want to surveil us. That is only a pedophile, psychopath, perverted creep. A creepy fucking pedophile would want to surveil us, the public. I would never, ever, ever in a million years want to know what you recharge. I mean, give me a break. God damn. Oh my God, these people, man. It is mind-boggling, the shit we have to put up with this in this fucking shithole.
Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdsson of World Alternative Media here, and today we're checking in on Canada, land I am from, a land I am currently living in, and really a country that is just not very serious at all anymore. And I wanted to delve into some of these crazy things that are all simultaneously happening in Canada right now, with people being arrested at the side of the road and in their homes for mental health issues just because of things they post online, things they've said, and you know, ideas they have. Police coming to their homes and testing them. By testing, I mean they talk to them for a psychiatrist talks to them for 2 seconds and then deems them mentally unfit and involuntarily forces them into a psychiatric ward. Really crazy stuff, and it's happening to quite a few people, though one of the more famous examples is this gentleman by the name of Nicholas Jordan Wegter, a 27-year-old, but it's happening to others. And I'm seeing a lot of new videos come up from a woman named Kaylee. We're going to get into this and some of the other crazy things police are doing in Canada, including coming after extremist people that have traditional values, because apparently if you have traditional values, you're an extremist, but you're not an extremist if you're starting a giant Sikh militia driving around with guns on the back of a truck. Interesting how all this works. And if you're watching the sunset on the beach, you best leave the beach because you will be arrested. Really crazy stuff is happening in Canada. So we're going to get into that and more today, my friends. But before we do, I urge you guys to check those links below, including a very important one from our friend Chris Horlocker, who we did a video with recently regarding targeted harassment and gang stalking, a real thing. He has a receipt. Our video exposed government gang stalking is real is there on Rumble. I urge people to check it out and check out equibitlawsuit.com. That is equibitlawsuit.com. He's currently suing the Canadian government for mass surveillance, for harassment, for targeting him and others in this country. This is a precedent-setting case. And when you go to, and he has all the receipts, like I said, he has all the evidence there. And this is really important stuff. You can go to equibitlawsuit.com and you could take action, whether it be donating or spreading the word or emailing the attorney or email initiate through and that is brief. Needs to make some posts accused of being Canada 2026. Let's see this.
On to drive, so that's what the officers do to make sure that you're safe. Yeah. Make sure you got.
Imagine how mentally ill some strangers are going to come up to you and, hey, we want you to be safe. That's my job. What are you talking about? I don't need you to keep me safe. Well, I'm a grown man. How dare you insult me thinking that I need you, a fat fuck that's about to die of a heart attack. I need you to keep me safe? I'll fucking kill people. I will kill people like this all day long. They're mentally ill. I'll kill you.
Our body cam footage, this is public.
These people should be dead for this, dude. I can't believe they got the nerve to do this. You should be dead. Any normal world, you would be rounded up and executed for this shit.
Record, if you want a copy of this. It's recorded.
No, like I don't understand why I have to go against my will somewhere. This is
Who?
so.
I don't understand why I have to go against my will. See what I mean, bro? Like you have strangers. We say this, and that's how it's going to be. You are ruled by strangers that are mentally ill, that are literally kidnapping people. They talk to them and say, hey, we say you're crazy, and now we're going to lock you up. That's the government. They did this shit in Nazi Germany, and now they're doing it in Canada. They've done it here.
I don't feel
Who would
comfortable
you like
going
to?
there.
Who would you want me to put on here for them to contact when you're done to come pick you up? Is there somebody that you would like
To take you against your free will. Who do you want us to contact to pick you up? Can you imagine this shit? I can't even watch this shit. I can't even watch this shit without just wanting to kill these people. Like, if I fucking could catch these people and get away with killing them, they'd be dead as shit. I mean, dude, what is going on where you have strangers coming up to you and kidnapping you because of things you say to them? Like, it's bizarre. This is bizarre. Yeah, I know. That's government. That is the essence of the mentality of the retards that we have in these governments against us. That's what we're dealing with. This is who we're dealing with.
This is a warning to every one of you out there that Apple is coming for your privacy, and they will stop at nothing until they have planted cameras directly in your ears. If you thought the Meta pervert glasses and the exploding network of flock cameras tracking every license plate and face were bad, just wait until you see what Apple is slipping into your ears.
With visual intelligence, your world becomes savable. See something you like? Just ask me to save it for later.
That's right, my friends. They just took the surveillance state and shoved it right into your ear canal. Tiny lenses are built into the next AirPods, pointing outward, watching everything you see while streaming it straight to Siri and logging your entire world in.
Do you know how smart these retards think they are for putting a camera here and a camera here looking out from your head, face area, monitoring and saving every little movement and record and video of everything around you nonstop? Can you imagine how smart they think they are?
Real time. There's even an alert. If your hair is covering the AirPods, it warns you. To get the most accurate information about things in your environment, make sure AirPods are not covered.
Make sure your AirPods are not covered to get the most accurate information about things in your environment. We don't need your earpods to do that. We have our senses to do that. What the fuck are you even talking about? This is the most mentally ill shit I've ever heard. How dare you let this world become like that? People!
Did you hear that? The cameras demand a clear, unobstructed view of everything around you at all times. They call it visual intelligence, and they'll say that it's for convenience. Ask Siri what's in the fridge, get better driving directions, save that cool poster for later without pulling out your phone. Warm and fuzzy marketing. But underneath is just another brick in the total surveillance grid. Cameras everywhere. AI everywhere. Your environment constantly monitored and databased. The official line is that these aren't real cameras. They're low-resolution sensors. Some reports say infrared, designed only to feed visual information to Siri and visual intelligence, not for snapping photos or taking video. They insist it's just so that Siri can see the world around you. Sure, and the flock cameras on every corner in the US are just for public safety. You've seen the flock cameras, AI-powered license plate readers tracking every car, every trip, feeding a massive warrantless database shared nationwide. Now, Apple is turning you into the mobile version. You're the flock camera now. Your head becomes the pole. Your daily life becomes the continuous feed. You are the mobile surveillance node, walking around with cameras in your ears, scanning the world for big tech's AI overlords. And once these are in millions of ears, the data never stops flowing. The cloud never stops processing. These so-called helpful features become the new normal, and the people in the frame have already lost. So this is not innovation. This is not convenience. This is Apple manufacturing a permanent wearable surveillance army under the.
Apple is just like another Google and Facebook, all started by intelligence agencies, these pedophile motherfucking sex trafficking genocidal fucks. Cursed, cursed, cursed. I curse you all.
Smiling mask of AI magic. The same company that markets itself as the last defender of privacy is now designing hardware whose sole purpose is to see and log the private spaces of strangers without their knowledge or consent. I mean, just picture it. You're walking down the street, or sitting in a cafe, or at the gym, or maybe in a locker room, or on a crowded
Yeah, when you're at the gym on the treadmill, your little fucking earphone camera is looking straight at the dude or chick next to you. Stalking them. Basically, totally stalking them. Your earphones are stalking everything around you.
train. Those invisible lenses are scanning.
And what stalks prey? What stalks prey? Predators. Predators stalk prey.
Logging and feeding every face, every object, every private moment straight into Apple's visual intelligence machine. The strangers around you never consented. They didn't sign a privacy policy. They just became background data for your earbuds. This is the ultimate inversion of every privacy policy Apple has ever made. You're not the one being spied on. You're the spy, and the people around you have zero say, zero warning, and zero escape. Now, I know there's no expectation of privacy when you're in a public space, but what if where you are is supposed to be private?
But that's for humans, though. If you're the government or a corporation, you're not a human. You're not alive. You don't get rights. You don't have rights, government. You're not a thing. You ain't allowed to monitor us in a public place because you're not a human. You're a fucking goddamn mental construct, a mental illness. I've had enough. I've had enough of this place, man. Sorry, I gotta put up some new links. Yeah. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that quick delay. I had to put a whole new slew of links here. One more. Sorry. Hold up. Okay. What's up, bub? It is. It's way too much at this point, man. I don't know how. It's so fucked, man.
Of the younger generations are feeling the squeeze a little. Some folks in this country of the younger generations are feeling the squeeze a little bit economically.
Who cares if they're squeezed? Their grandparents felt the depression and were pro-American.
Yeah, right.
They don't have anything like the depression. They're a bunch of privileged.
He just said, who cares? You're a bunch of privileged.
Right, you're right.
What they really need is somebody like my father to kick the shit.
Right. So
what they really need is someone like my father to kick the shit out of them. Stop complaining about a rigged system that we created and we stole all your money. That's what he's saying. He's part of the system that stole the people's money and world, the wealth of America. He's part of the predator, pedophile Epstein class that stole the wealth of America. And he's listen to how he talks about you.
My point.
Listen to this.
Yeah, right. You're that's it. And
if I ever said the things about America,
oh, damn it! What the fucking fuck?
America cares if they're
of the younger generations are feeling the squeeze a little bit economically.
Who cares if they're squeezed? Their grandparents felt the depression
economically.
Who cares if they're squeezed? Their grandparents felt the depression
economically.
Who cares if they're squeezed? Their grandparents
are feeling the squeeze a little bit economically.
Who cares if they're squeezed? Their grandparents felt the depression and were pro-American.
Yeah, right.
Who cares if they're squeezed? Who cares? So you morons are so dumb. You're going to vote for a piece of shit like this. He doesn't give a fuck about you. But you moron voters will turn around and vote for these people. You're the enemy, by the way. All of you voters out there, you're the enemy. You don't have the right to rule over me. So when you cry about me wanting to kill you, it's because I don't want you to rule over me. You don't have the right to rule over me. So don't be like, why are you trying to kill me? I don't get it. Because you're trying to rule me, man. I will kill you. You're a voter. You want to tell me what to do, and you don't have that right to do that. You'll steal my money, murder my children, everything around me to do it.
I don't have anything like that. The president, a bunch of privileged.
Right, you're right.
What they really need is somebody like my father to kick the shit.
So let's hear that again. You're a bunch of privileged retards that need my father to abuse you and physically beat you.
Right. So yeah, right.
I don't have anything like that. The president, a bunch of privileged.
Right, you're right.
What they really need is somebody like my father to kick the shit.
Right. So my point. Yeah, right. You're that's it. And
if I ever said the things about America that they said, I wouldn't get much of a chance to say it in my house. I mean, I can't imagine what their parents are like.
What?
That set is subtle, by the way. Could you fit more flags in there, Grandpa? But anyway, so Rudy Giuliani says that they're privileged little S's and they should have the crap kicked out of them.
They're privileged little shits. The people that he stole money, he's part of the class that stole all the wealth. And when they complain, he calls them privileged. Yeah, that's the world we live in. A bunch of mentally ill retards everywhere you go. And again, it's not the boomers aren't to be blamed either, but some of them do not understand how much the world has changed, and that's naive. Yep, I hope the streets run blood red of politicians and pedophile cops.
Scared of me. I've seen you like really go hard at people.
That's true. Okay, fine. I'll go harder.
No, I was kidding.
You have Hakeem Jeffries. You have Chuck Schumer, all friends of Wall Street, friends of big tech. These guys won't even endorse Mamdani. Are they the leaders the Democratic Party need at this moment?
They are the absolute antithesis of what the Democratic Party needs right now.
Do you think it's the donors?
It's the donor class.
You take Iraq, you take the financial crisis to crash in 2008, and you're creating a toxic brew for a populist to run on as an anti-establishment guy.
100%. And then you kill Bernie. This is absolutely a genocide.
Child
This
every
is
hour.
A famine, a genocide, ethnic cleansing.
But people tell you, I would love to speak out like you, Mark.
Yes.
But I won't get another role again.
There's.
I just it's hard to believe that some people actually realize that what's happening in Israel is a genocide. But then they want more voting, which basically means they just want to roll over me with some stranger, by some fucking stranger. So they're all retarded, these actors, man. They're so fucking dumb. It's insane. All of them. I like him, though, as an actor, but man, they're fucking dumb.
Off American cattle ranchers after stating recently that the United States is going to be importing more foreign beef to
again, dude, the corruption never stops with the beef in Venezuela and the corruption, and it's
lower the prices of beef on the American consumer. Now, this is actually really interesting. I made a video on this previously because, unsurprisingly to some of you guys, it actually does have to do with Zionism to a degree. Because what's really actually happening here, ignore the part where it says this is all about the American consumer. It's not. It's actually all about helping out his other Zionist leader friends, one specifically, which is Javier Milei of Argentina. That's what's going on. This is not to help the American consumer. That's not the first thing that's going.
Forgot about that. It's his friend in Argentina, that fucking goddamn pedophile Zionist.
Through his mind, when did Trump ever care about the American consumer first and foremost? Over what? Over his billionaire, over his leader friends, over other presidents that are also Zionists. That's what's actually.
Can you imagine being so mentally ill and dumb that you voted for this guy 3 times and you think this guy cares about you? Do you imagine how mentally ill you have to be to believe that any billionaire, for that matter, gives a fuck about you? Like, you have to be basically retarded. Anybody who is a billionaire is inherently a fucking criminal, fucking psychopath that has literally collected so much money without giving any of it back or sharing any of it. They accumulated that much, and before that happened, they couldn't share any of it. They had to accumulate it instead of share it. Like, it's mind-boggling.
Actually happening. So I'm going to explain why. He posted on Truth Social, and Donald Trump stated that today I can.
So me personally, I would have never allowed myself to become a billionaire. Why? Because as I accumulated money and got to the point where I would never be able to spend it in my lifetime, every dollar after that would be given to someone else and shared so that I would have somebody else to enjoy my wealth with. It's crazy.
Included a deal to substantially lower the price of ground beef for American families. As everyone knows, under President Biden, beef prices soared at the fastest rate, and the American beef herd fell to its smallest size in modern history. As we work to rebuild this herd and to help our ranchers, for the next 90 days, the United States will allow up to 300,000 metric tons of product for ground beef to be imported with no.
And fuck pedophile Trump. Fuck that pedophile. I don't know how that pedophile is allowed to talk and not hanging from a rope. We live in a world that's so mentally ill. It's so mentally ill.
Got more money from Wall Street than John McCain did, the guy he was running against. You know, Barack Obama got more money from Wall Street than John McCain did, the guy he was running against. Did you know that? His entire cabinet came from an email from Citigroup. Citigroup sent an email to the Barack Obama campaign with a list of people they wanted in his cabinet, and every one of them ended up in his cabinet. So now you know who runs the place. And by the way, the CIA was invented. Mel K taught me this, was invented, and James Inman just taught me this too. The CIA was invented after World War II by a bunch of Wall Street lawyers, bankers. Yes.
Right. The banksters of the Federal Reserve, the lawyers, Wall Street banksters created the intelligence agencies so that no matter who you retards vote for, they still have full control. And you have to be an asshole not to understand it. You're so dumb, people.
So that's who runs things. The Bank of International Settlements, the IMF, the WEF, the CIA, the Bilderbergs. That's who runs things. Your vote doesn't matter. It's been proven by a Princeton study that no matter who you vote for, it doesn't matter.
Did you hear that? He knows your vote doesn't matter. I just showed you a meme where he says, "This make your vote matter." You can't make it up. You can't make it up. This moron just tried to sell voting back to you when he knows it doesn't help. And he knows that government shouldn't exist at all anyway. Nobody has the right to roll over you. Strangers can't come up to you and say, everybody voted for me to be able to roll over you and I'm can roll you now. You can't do that.
The bottom 90%, what they want to see and show up in legislation, it doesn't. Only what the top 10% of the wealthy in the country want, that shows up in legislation, because it's a system of bribery. We have a political system of bribery, legal bribery, and they can spend unlimited money. And the Supreme Court has said that money equals.
So after understanding all of this, this fucking sellout shill still is going to sell voting to you.
Speech. Well, of course, that's ridiculous.
He's still going to sell voting to you. Jimmy Dork, put a K instead of an E. What is this world coming to?
The Emperor. The Emperor is a fan of Flock, and we must continue utilizing Flock technologies so that we can follow and surveil the rebel scum as they move from playground to playground, from playground to pool, from pool to gymnasium, because we all know that the Flock cameras are not only following the license plate readers, they are following children. They are following children in parks and gymnasiums, and we need this. I need this so I can stalk my ex-girlfriend. Also, it should be known that the people of this town, the poors that want their storm drains cleared, they should not have their storm drains cleared. Because in order to do that, we will have to raise taxes. And how will the people trust this city council when this city council continues to vote for surveillance technology that imprisons them? Miss Campbell, you must work on your Jedi mind tricks. Do it like this. And when you do it, make sure that when you're double speaking them into telling them that police services have become more humanitarian, make sure that you don't emphasize the detail that you put a ban on camping. You put a ban. You made criminalizing homelessness illegal, and that is why there is no such thing as humanitarian policing for the homeless, because we have effectively criminalized homelessness, which is good. Now we can staff, now we can fill our jails with free prison labor, especially like that of the Otay Mason Detention Center, where they are making $1 a day for working for 12 hours. And there have been multiple cases of tuberculosis. Yes, and this is good. This is what the Emperor needs. This technology will help us find the rebel scum and their hidden base on Hoth. This technology will help us find Luke Skywalker as he traverses the universe in his X-Wing. This technology is a necessary force.
Thank you. Roger Ralphs?
Ah!
It was just like weird. It was just all like, what's this guy doing here? And like the Secret Service really wasn't like being that secret. Like, you know what I mean? Like they weren't really like, they were watching him, but like they weren't really watching him. If that makes sense.
So you could just go if you really wanted.
There were a few times where he was just chilling in the hallway by himself.
Yo, that's a crazy thing to even think of.
And I'm just like, dude, you're running for, but he's just sitting there, just like looking at the pictures on the walls and stuff. he was like weird all week. He like faked a phone call during the table read.
Former Saturday Night Live cast member Pete Davidson spilled the tea when Donald Trump was in the building.
Whoa, hold on. What do you mean?
In the middle of the table read, he has a flip phone, and he just, right as we started, he was like, oh, hello. He goes, oh, fantastic. Okay, great. And then he hung up and he goes, hey, everybody, my book just went #1.
Did not happen.
Yeah, and I swear my life, and we were all like, yo, that phone didn't ring. And like, also, like, how did he have time to say that? Because you answered and went, yup. Oh my God. That's he didn't even go, hello. Oh wow, that's awesome, man. Like that. He was just like, hello? Oh, that's great. Oh, great. My book went #1, everybody. And we were like, ugh.
Should we be surprised by this as it pertains to the president? Absolutely not. In 2015, Trump hosted SNL. Davidson, then a cast member, would reflect through various interviews.
What happened with the Trumpster?
Okay, so he's like, he doesn't really know how to read.
For real.
Yeah, and he loves to improv.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't know how to read. So he's like, how about I just do what I want to do because I'm a fucking fairy.
Like the table read.
Oh, a fucking fairy.
He like, before like we were gonna read before he had to read each line, and he's the host, so he's at everything.
Yeah.
He would go, I'm not gonna say this. I think I'm gonna say it the way I want to say it. Is that okay? Is that okay, Lauren? Is that everything? And everybody's like, what? And then this is my favorite part is there was a sketch that we wrote where he's at Disneyland with his daughter, and the line is, all right, let's get out of here. Turkey legs? Like, let's like go get turkey legs. And he doesn't know how to read. So he went, all right, let's get out of here, turkey legs. He called his daughter turkey legs.
Maybe that was his improv.
Oh, no, it wasn't. And then he looked up, like, he doesn't get it. Like, he thinks if everybody's laughing with him, but we're all laughing at him. And it was like crazy. For he would be like, I did a good job, right? And we're like, yeah.
Did he need reassurance, a lot of reassurance, or was he pretty confident?
He constantly kept saying how amazing the ratings were going to be.
And they were.
He's like, this is going to be #1.
He was right.
Then there were stories of what went down behind the scenes at 30 Rock. Take Tim Robinson, creator of the hilarious show I Think You Should Leave. He was a former writer at Saturday Night Live. Shout out to Detroiters too. Cannot leave it out. When Trump did host in the year 2015, just months after launching his bid for the presidency, Robinson was, to put it mildly, furious with the decision. He was not alone, of course, but the following quote is eye-opening. Susan Morrison wrote the book, Lorne, the man who invented Saturday Night Live, and uncovered Tim Robinson's saying of Lorne Michaels platforming Trump that the SNL creator had, his words, lost his effing mind by platforming the leader of MAGA. To be clear, this was...
Yeah, cares. Oh, I try to keep it neutral. Whatever, man. Who gives a fuck? Fuck Saturday Night Live. That is so loud.
Murderers are called commandos. Arab commandos are called terrorists. Contra killers are called freedom fighters. The CIA doesn't kill anybody anymore. They neutralize people. Or they depopulate the area. The government doesn't lie and engages in disinformation. Smug, greedy, well-fed white people have invented a language to conceal their sins. It's as simple as that.
Well, they don't need it to just, they don't use just white people to do it. They're using every vessel color in the world. You idiot. Next, they're going to have flock drones surveilling and flying over every house. Next, if this doesn't stop, you're going to have flock drones everywhere, you fucking crazy retards.
Over the past 18 months, flock surveillance cameras have
You need to physically smash these with a hammer so they can't just come along and reattach some wires. You need to smash the solar panel. You need to smash the camera lens. You need to smash everything so they can't use it again.
become a massive topic, with the first signs of national unrest coming in the fight against flock
I mean, if you're going to go out there and do it right.
and its products, with people waging the war inside and outside of the courtroom, taking matters often into their own hands. But what if I told you that flock cameras is merely the Trojan horse, and that something even worse has been growing alongside it, that has gone almost completely ignored? And at the same time flock has placed about 113,000 cameras across the US, this new company may have already placed that number or more. And I think it goes without saying that we all sort of knew this flock thing was part of something larger, you know, the growing surveillance state in the surveillance grid. But before we can really get into all that, I think we should go back to the beginning. The company Flock is officially named Flock Safety, but let's be honest, Flock Surveillance would be a far more accurate name. Founded in 2017 in Atlanta, Georgia by a then 29-year-old Garrett Langley. Flock in less than 10 years has become a leader in its class and one of the most valuable companies in this industry, and at the same time has arguably become the most hated company in America right now. I think DuPont or Dow Pharmaceuticals could pour a bunch of endocrine disrupting chemicals into America's waterways, and Flock would still be far more hated. In any case, Flock is a unique example of how unimpressive the ruling class is, because for all the bark and bite about hunting you down with Flock cameras and soon to be Flock drones, the man behind Flock is kind of a goofball. He's 38 right now, and for the photograph in his Forbes article, wore pants so tight they make sausage casing look loose. Garrett, as we said his name is an incredibly unskilled PR man and doesn't seem to have much or any media training because he has only magnified the people's hatred for his company. I don't want to be excessively cruel, even though he is trying to help enslave us all, but he really doesn't even seem that intelligent. Like when you read Jeffrey Epstein's diaries and he misspells basic words like the and. Let me continue before yapping too long. Garrett thought it was a good idea not too long ago to broadcast to the world that the people who don't like his company and its products are terroristic.
Civil debates, and we follow the law. And then unfortunately there's terroristic organizations like DFLOC, whose primary motivation is chaos.
As well as other things like how they hate safety and must.
He's calling DFLOC a terrorist group whose primary motivation is chaos. This is the most mentally ill, pedophile, psychopathic, genocidal shit you could ever say. Again, he's the next Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, whatever. He's just the next retard that the intelligence agencies always use to try to pretend it's not them and it's organic, okay? He's related. His family, somewhere on a family tree, is up there, like Zuckerberg and Bezos and all of it, like Elon Musk. His father was a technocrat, okay, on record.
Be criminals.
Technocratic oligarch.
Because you and I don't want a company in your government to be able to track your every move, the movements of every single American citizen at every second, even more than they already can. And ladies and gentlemen, don't you ever forget that you wanting privacy, we are being told, is what makes you their enemy. And so before I even continued making this video, I decided to poll you guys and see what you thought about this whole topic. And if you were in support of flock cameras, because maybe me and the other people against it are just in the minority. Now, obviously, I didn't think that was going to be the case, but I was pretty shocked when with the poll that got to almost 10,000 of you, there were less than 3% of those almost 10,000 people who were.
Again, the 3% that want to be surveilled are mentally ill, don't exist, or they're not real, or they're just mentally ill and don't understand the question.
Responded that they do support flock cameras. Not 30%, only 3. And frankly, since I know a lot of you guys that answered yes, that you support flock cameras are trolls, let's be honest, it's less than probably 150 people who do. And the comments weren't any better. People are so angry about this. It's beginning to push everything seemingly over the edge into a place we have not been in a very long time in this country. And I do find this all ironic though, because Flock is claiming to be trying to keep us safe, and yet no one wants their quote-unquote safety. And the irony of Flock for their LinkedIn page for the company having right up in front the tagline that safety is a fundamental right is not lost on me. And yet the company posing as an entity seeking to bring about the end of crime has only a fraction of support from Americans. Clearly something is different between what they are promising then and what they are delivering. And it does seem odd, like maybe safety and security isn't the real goal here, which you've probably already come to understand if you're watching this video. But we're going to see it's a lot deeper than just wanting to monitor us. Let's look at how Garrett originally pitched and currently pitches Flock, and I'm already so tired of saying that silly name for this stupid company. In typical tech founder style, Garrett pitches his company to several VCs or venture capitalists with a massively impossible and really stupid sounding promise. And in this case, Garrett pitched the idea of Flock with the very simple and easily attainable goal of, imagine if we could eliminate crime. We capture evidence to make it easier for police to do their job. Obviously,
You guys like the Darth Vader? Yeah, exactly. It's almost as if Zuckerberg trained him.
In a highly provocative move, a symbolic execution of you.
Again, I don't know who does this, and like, you're gonna blur out an effigy, a doll. It's not real. Like, you're not protecting anybody from looking at a doll, even if they were real. You're not protecting somebody by hiding their reality from them. Like, you're doing the biggest disservice of all time when you censor anything from anyone. You're doing a disservice of the truth.
U.S. President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
It's a fucking doll. They're fucking blurring out a fucking doll. It's not even real, man. We live in a world where mental illness has gone fucking. It's like common sense in the old world. Mental illness, common sense of the old world has been replaced with mental illness.
Took place in Iran. These unmistakable images are from the heart of Tehran. At a rally in Engelab Square, supporters of Iran's Islamic Republic staged a dramatic display showing effigies of Trump and Netanyahu hanging from galleries.
By the way, Trump and Netanyahu, it's only a matter of time till you fuckers are dead. Okay? It's not going to stop. They will hunt you down and assassinate you. You will be dead, you cursed pedophile, fucking genocidal maniacs. Iran is going to kill you, Trump. Iran is going to kill Netanyahu if they already haven't. You're going to die. You're all going to die. Ben Gravir, everyone in Israel is going to die. All the countries are getting together now to wipe out Israel off the map because it should never, ever exist there. It was an invasion, a colony invasion, just like was done here to the Native Americans. No different, except they got away with it here. Israel ain't going to get away with it.
The display was staged during a rally marking the anniversary of Imam Mahdi's leadership, as tensions between Tehran and Washington remain dangerously high. Footage released from the event shows the effigies suspended above the gathering, surrounded by protesters. The figures were effigies, used as a political symbol and a form of protest against U.S. and Israeli policies. But the imagery carries enormous weight.
No, fool. It's not a protest against their policies. It's a protest against murdering their children with bombs. You fucking retards. They are literally retarded in this world. Everyone, everywhere, mentally ill retards. God damn, they're fucking dumb here in this bitch. These fuckers are fucking dumb.
So let's watch this. This is the video Israel doesn't want you to see. It's a Holocaust survivor. And let's listen to what he has to say.
What's happening in Gaza is a Holocaust. And what is currently being designed by the Israeli government is the final solution to their Palestinian problem. And as a Holocaust survivor, my reaction is not in my name. Extermination, dehumanization, starvation, blockade, lack of water and medication, the destruction of the health service, the hunting down of doctors, the hunting down of journalists, safe places which turn out to be not safe at all, but traps, concentration camps, all this together makes a clear Holocaust. Clearly, all these elements are not in any way different from similar actions by the Nazis during the Second World War. Gaza is an open-air concentration camp. In a sense, it's an extermination camp because there is no way out other than dying through bombing or disease or lack of food. Only alternative is to agree to be replaced somewhere where you don't want to be. I had not only the experience of the Holocaust and the hiding and the discrimination, etc., but the fighting went through our particular area where we were hiding. When we came out, when it was all over, I saw total devastation. Just like when you see the pictures of Gaza, destroyed buildings, piles of rubble, dead horses, dead people. I see exactly the same in Gaza. However, the great difference is that what I witnessed was a byproduct of two armies fighting. And what I see in Gaza is a deliberate destruction. And I think
like Dresden, Germany, World War II.
It's a degree evil, greater evil than what I've seen.
So he's saying what's happening in Gaza is actually worse than what happened during World War II. Because in World War II, there were actually two armies fighting, and that was the result. This isn't. This is just an all-out destruction by one army. Yep. Okay, let's keep going.
The license, which has been employed against the Palestinians, it's all based on the Holocaust experience. But rather than making the conclusion that this is something that we have to learn for and make it impossible to be repeated to any other people, they are actually using it as a license to complete lack of accountability towards any other people. I'm thinking now of when Netanyahu says never again is now. It's a very clear reference to the Holocaust experience, justifying whatever they're doing. They are permanent victims, no matter how aggressive they are towards others. And another example, when the Israeli ambassador to United Nations, before making his contribution at the Security Council meeting, very theatrically put on a yellow star. I found that particularly upsetting and disgusting because I had to wear the yellow star even at age 7 in 1944. But they continually making this connection and using this cover to acquire impunity, total impunity. And that is deliberate policy of the Zionists and the Israeli state. They create an increase of anti-Semitism the world over because they conflate Judaism with Zionism and their current policies. And as we know, a very large number of Jews who have a sense of justice are against it all. And yet they pretend to be speaking and acting on behalf of all Jews. It's amazingly damaging to Jewish people the world over. So not only has it become obvious that the Israeli state and Zionism are producing a genocide in Gaza, but it is actually the very worst thing that could have happened to the Jewish people.
Democide. I haven't heard that in a while. He actually said democide, death by government.
People who are associated with these dreadful acts.
The worst thing that could have possibly happened to the Jewish people was the Greater Israel Project. There's nothing that makes...
Because when they're committing democide, it doesn't help anybody.
Jews around the world less safe than the Greater Israel Project. Nothing. They have safe. There's nothing that makes Jews around the world less safe than the Greater Israel Project. Nothing. They had the world's sympathy, and now they have the world's ire, disgust, and hatred. And they call it anti-Semitism. I call it a natural response to a genocide. Okay.
People, and particularly anyone who survived the Holocaust or their descendants, to dissociate ourselves from the actions of the Zionist state is extremely important. And how important it is proven by the reaction we get from the general public, who are grateful for our stand, making it clear that the Jewish people are not a solid bloc on the side of the apartheid and genocide of Israel. Because due to the Holocaust, Israel and the Zionists claim total impunity, and we see it in practice that this is accepted all around. They should not be in any way free of being called out as fascists, like we call out fascists elsewhere where we see them. And sadly, Israeli policies are now driven by clearly fascist characters, Ben Gvir and Smotrich, amongst others. The comparison between the extreme actions of the Zionists and the Nazi regime has a long history. Albert Einstein and Hannah Arendt, in their open letter in 1948 in the New York Times, signed by many others as well, had already pointed out that the policies and beliefs of the Zionist organization Herut, which later morphed into the Likud party, had similarities in their ideology to the Nazis. If a comparison with the Nazi philosophies and practices was acceptable then, so soon after the Holocaust, it surely must be acceptable now, and we must protest against the taboo of not making any comparisons between the genocidal actions of Israel and the Nazi regime. This latest initiative of theirs of setting up a so-called humanitarian camp is just another concentration camp. Once entering it, and you're forced to enter it because there are no other places going to be left where you are free from being bombed. So once in that camp, you're not allowed to leave, except apparently the plan is except for a foreign country. Supposing you don't want to leave, the conditions inevitably are so awful in these camps because they're overcrowded. There will never be adequate medical services available. So there will be slow diminishing of numbers by wastage and death through deprivation. It's a clear case of genocide. And the parallel is obvious with Nazi camps. Some Nazi leaders, well known for being kind to animals, and because the Jews regarded by them as human animals, they're going to be, like they would be to animals, humanitarian in executing the complete extermination. For example, by trying to avoid them knowing about their fates early enough so that they don't suffer anxiety. This was their kind of humanitarian approach to camps. So it's not a new concept, this kind of humanitarian camp idea. Once you are set up on an ethnic cleansing and a destruction of a people, it's inevitable that you have to prepare it with dehumanization of your subjects whom you're going to perpetrate all this on. Otherwise, you wouldn't get cooperation from anybody in executing this plan. I think the drip effect of being brought up in these conditions distorts people's views, both intellectually and emotionally.
How many civilians have been killed in Gaza, from what you know?
Who gives a shit?
Okay, but don't you feel like, for example, children?
Children grow up to be Arabs.
And I found that, sadly, even a part of my family which suffered the Holocaust and ended up in Israel had been completely reformed by this propaganda. This even affected the cousin who was a teenager during her deportation to Auschwitz and was put to work in warehouses where they were sorting the clothes of those who were killed in the gas chambers. And on one day, she had to sort her own parents' clothes, which must have been an enormous trauma. Eventually, she came back, she survived. And when I met her in Haifa, I found her racist, completely racist, just like all the others. And frankly, I found it almost incomprehensible that somebody with that experience was prey to this propaganda. Any comparison between what's happening in Gaza and the genocide there and the Holocaust, World War II, and any denial or prohibition of a comparison is a taboo which must be broken, because it's quite clear and it's declared by the leadership of the Israeli government that the aim is ethnic cleansing and extermination.
אנחנו משמידים את כל מה שעוד נשאר מהרצועה ולא משאיר אבן על אבן. אני אומר לכם, פשוט תסתכלו על הסרטונים של מה שקורה ברצועת עזה. במשך חודשיים וחצי לא הכנסנו סיוע הומניטרי.
So let me just back this up so you can hear what he's saying. He says we will annihilate everything that still remains of the Gaza Strip
כל מה שעוד נשאר מהרצועה ולא משאיר
and leave nothing standing.
אבן על אבן. אני אומר לכם, פשוט
Just look at the videos of what's happening in the Gaza Strip.
תסתכלו על הסרטונים של מה שקורה ברצועת עזה. במשך חודשיים.
For 2.5 months, we did allow humanitarian aid, and we didn't.
God damn it. God. Allow humanitarian aid in the Gaza Strip.
Allow humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip. Would I want to avoid the need to bring a single grain into the Gaza Strip? Not even for their civilians? Could be. We shouldn't even give water to the Gaza Strip. So this is just out and out, we're going to commit a genocide. That's just out and out. That's not, he's not hiding it.
No.
And that's that guy.
Hiding it at all. He's actually selling it to you.
Smotrich, right? He's the... We're breaking Gaza apart, leaving it as a pile of rubble. Like, they're just saying it out. It's just amazing.
מפרקים את עזה ומשאירים אותה כאויי חרבות עם
with total
Again, all of these pedophile, genocidal politicians of Israel and the U.S., like Trump, they openly confess their war crimes and genocide. Openly admit them to the world. And nobody does anything. You're all condemned for this.
unprecedented destruction. Sounds like Nazis.
מוחלט וחסר תקדים בעולם.
And the world still hasn't stopped us. That's the most amazing part, that the
world still hasn't stopped us. He's bragging. Again, this genocidal pedophile psychopath is bragging. We've done all this shit to the poor Palestinians, and the world still hasn't stopped us after we genocided them. These coward retards of the world haven't even defended these innocent people and helped them yet. This is how they haven't stopped us.
world still hasn't stopped them. What's that? Turn Kurt up. I can't hear him. What's that? Kurt?
That's a sad world. That's a pathetic, coward-based, fucking faggot world.
That's how you know the blackmail operation is real. That the world hasn't done shit because it can't, because they specifically did that blackmail. And that's how they managed to stay in charge. How would a tiny country like that get to pull the strings on everybody unless they had a blackmail operation? That's the thing to bring up with Brett when he wants to ask you about blackmail or whatever the fuck he wants to talk about.
If we witness what is going on.
So you're in a world where you're supposed to compete against politicians that are blackmailed and lobbying legalized bribery, and these retards want you to vote. Imagine how mentally ill you have to be to vote. You voters are the enemy. You all got to die. I hope you all die for being so stupid. I hope you're so enslaved and starved to death for being this dumb. You really deserve to die. If you allow your fellow man to suffer like this, you deserve to die too.
Daily, the continuous murdering of the Palestinian civilian innocent population, witnessing all that and not protesting or looking the other way is making us accepting a virtual rebirth of a fascist regime. And we have to resist it in order to be on the right side of history. And with regard to Netanyahu, he kind of impersonates all that. He is obviously a war criminal, as it has been established. But we mustn't make the mistake of thinking that it is simply to do with Netanyahu, because the leadership all around him, and unfortunately a majority of the country, are of the same mind.
If you gave me a button to just erase Gaza, every single living being in Gaza would no longer be living tomorrow, I would press it in a second. I would press it right now. Give me that button and press it right now. There you go.
And I'll press the button that kills everybody in government right now and every psychopath. A button right now that just kills every psychopath of the world right now, just kills them.
And I think most Israelis would.
A recent Hebrew University poll has shown that 82% of the Jewish Israeli population agrees that there are no innocents in Gaza. And what is needed is a complete dismantling of the Zionist state and the Zionist movement. And we have to resist the tendency towards the travel in the direction of fascism at every stage, fascism, which happens in stages, incrementally. We can see this.
People don't understand the definition of fascism. It doesn't mean tyranny. It means government and corporations working together. Okay, so people are confused. It's tyranny. You don't want tyranny. Strangers dictating and ruling over the world.
Tendency, this direction of travel, already clearly in
Hey, I love animals too, but I mean, we don't want to live in a barn. At the same time, you don't want to live in a zoo or a barn. I mean, you're never going to be able to have any goddamn nice things, but that's all good. That fucking ship sailed a long time ago, so there ain't nothing changing that. There has to be some type of population control of these things because they breed exponentially, reproduce exponentially. Where's everybody else at? If you guys can donate, please donate. I would appreciate that. I need every penny I can get, man. I really need to get caught up on all this property tax shit. I need to get my goddamn Suburban, a mobile mechanic out here to get the Suburban running. I really need to catch up on the property taxes and get that Suburban running, for fuck's sake. That would be a fucking the cat's ass. And it'd be nice to have a drone to fucking find out where this data center is so I can go and kill everybody there and disable the generator so I don't have to hear it. I literally would kill if I could find this, whoever's running this generator right now, I would go out there and kill them right now. I would literally find them, kill them, and blow up the generator that's been keeping me awake for the last couple months. Oh, I'll take your small dono, Fiona. Please do not ever think that you're giving a dono too small. It's huge. To me, you may think it's a small dono. To me, it's everything. Okay. It's everything. Literally. I appreciate it. Love you. Thank you. How you doing, Chris? How's that electric bike coming along? Are we getting the bike or what? How about some weed? Can you send some weed or fucking some dabs? God, I wish I had some fucking weed. I saved one little bowl for earlier for the stream and it's gone. I hate not having weed. That's another thing, dude. I have to hear this diesel engine run and I can't even fucking do a dab or smoke some fucking weed. Fucking sucks. But anything else, you guys? Is there anything else? I think I'm gonna fucking, man, I'm really depressed with this goddamn having to listen to it. I wish I wasn't listening to this sound right now. I don't know why I gotta hear this, man. I really wish I wasn't here having to, everything would be perfect if I didn't have to hear a generator right now. I wish I could go somewhere, live somewhere else. I don't know. I hate this place, bro. I hate this world that they've created. I didn't create this world. Because the world I create, everybody would have everything they needed. You would never, ever have to pay because you exist. You would never have to pay because you came into a world. And by the way, a world where everything is free and provided for you. You shouldn't have to pay for that. You come into a world where everything is given to you and you have to pay to exist. This is crazy. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. Oh yeah. The headphones or whatever that you sent me, the things aren't long enough to reach and they're not loud at all. Maybe my ears are fucked. I don't know. I'm gonna look into it and try to get them to work better. I just barely looked at them, so give me a minute on the sound canceling thing. But they don't even reach from the laptop to the couch. I mean, and maybe I got to use Bluetooth. I'll check into that. I think I can Bluetooth it, but either way, they weren't so loud. I wasn't very like, wow, this cancels. I'll have to look into it. Give me more time on that. I just got that, the headphone thing. I'll get some. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you, bro. Tom is great. It's great. I don't know if you guys know Tom. Tom's great. And Fiona's great. All of you are great. Chris, Adam, Tom, Fiona. We got the Bub Scat. We got the thank you again, JD Bear. Shout out to JD Bear. I'm sorry I called you out on the God thing, but yeah, you got to stop. There is no God. All that shit is make believe. It's time to stop playing make believe. It's stop pretending and believing in things. You either know something or you don't know it. I don't believe in anything. I either know or I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb and believe this and fucking, bet everything on some shit that doesn't have any evidence or point to the Dana. Oh, we can't call it a day yet. We can't call it a stream yet. Dana just got here. We'll have to play a few more videos for Dana. How you doing, Dana? I have to listen to a diesel engine 24 hours a day, 7 days a week right now. I'm going crazy. Somebody rescue me and save me from this place. I got to get out of here. I hate this. I hate this noise. You know, some days I can really ignore it and just try to be happy no matter what and just turn up the fucking volume on the TV and ignore it. And then other days I can't be here. It's so annoying. I don't know how anybody lives near these data centers. I don't know how you do it because I can't do it. The song Curiosity, it's not going to play. Let me know if I'll try to play it if you want. I'll try to play Curiosity, but I don't know if it'll, whoops. Let me know if you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. They never seem to think. They never ask any questions. I wonder why they don't have any curiosity left. I wonder why they don't have any curiosity left. Great notification event. I'll check my phone. Thank you, Dana. Great notification event. Everything they do is a hoax. This is nonsense. They're control freaks. They want to depopulate. That is for sure. They do. They do. They do. They do. Again, it's all melted buildings. Come on, it's so stupid to think these are natural. You're not on a rock ball. Look, these are melted buildings that remained above the floodwater. Look at them. Don't be stupid. Don't be foolish. Don't be stupid. Don't be foolish. You really are seeing melted buildings. Great multiplication event. Like everywhere you see a mountain right now, that used to be a building, so wake up. That used to be a building. It dwarfs the amount of retards that are here right now, and they say it's overpopulated. They do. They do. buildings, flow lines, all evidence of melting. All these buildings are pumping huge amounts of water out the top. With one truth, it opens up the key and unlocks many other truths. This shit's easy, come on. Everything they say is the opposite. They do. They do.
That was a clock tower.
They do. They do.
Thanks, Dana. Wait, my battery's so dead on the phone, I can't even turn my phone on.
But thank you, Dana. Battery on the phone is so dead I can't even turn it on. It should be on now. Thank you, Dana. I like shit. Stupid thing ain't even connected. There you go.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh, thank you, Dana. God dang, I didn't think it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Golly, game changer. Yeah, I need to pay these property taxes. Buy me another year of rent. Golly, that's gonna help huge. I'm just gonna suffer this week and put all that towards tax, the property tax, and just not be able to buy food. I mean, I can get these taxes paid. A little bit of suffering. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be rough, dude. But I gotta pay these shits. That'll buy me a whole year of rent. Plus that, because it's $300 each year, and they want to raise it 2028 because they're a bunch of fucking goddamn criminal pedophiles. Shout out to Dana. Thanks for the 200. I really needed that. I'm gonna pay property tax with that, and shout out to Janie Bear too, as well. Earlier, we'll get these property taxes paid. At least I'll have that peace of mind that I bought another year here, and before they try to foreclose it, bought another year. That buys me a whole nother year almost, pretty much. And 2028, they want to come out and they want to reassess the property tax so they can increase it into some astronomical number to where I can't afford it here anymore. And that's the goal. That's what they want to do to all the mom and pops and people out there. But thank you. Bless you, Dana. Love you. How much do you have to pay for the property taxes? It's $300 a year, and I owe for 3 years. But I paid like $100 or $2. So I probably owe like $800 for that. I need it to be paid, or they're going to take this house. I'm trying. If you have I'm at 3 years. If you have that much, they foreclose. That's why I got to get this property tax paid, man. I got a place to stay. It pays my rent here, and maintain this place if I could catch up. So if you can help me out, I'll send you the receipt, the proof that this is owed, Dana, via email. I'll attach it and just to prove it to you. Here's the bill. If you pay it, if you want, you can pay it. If you want, you can pay it yourself. If I send you the shit, you can pay it yourself if you want to do it that way. You could literally put in, like what I do, because it's in my brother's name, and I just go online and pay it in my name and pay it. So I mean, you could literally pay it for me if you wanted to. It's about probably $700-800, just to let you know. But if I pay it, I have a place to stay, right? I mean, it's the rent. You have to pay property tax to the government here, or they're going to foreclose on it. And it's 3 years. They're about to foreclose on it soon. So if you got it, let's just, man, I will fucking do whatever you want me to, man. Whatever. How many push-ups do you want me to do right now? I'll do it. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Oh my God. I need that caught up, man. Talk about, I am stressing so hard about this right now. Man. Anyway. What else? I hate this sound that I have to hear. I have to sit here and listen to this fucking loud generator, man. Like it vibrates the house. I don't understand how this thing can be so far away and so loud. Like you can't even tell where it's coming. I can walk a mile this way and a mile that way, and I can't tell where the fucking shit's coming from. The only thing I can tell is that it's when I go away from my house, the further I go away from my house, the further I go away from the sound. Yeah, and that sucks, you know. The quality of life here is my quality of life. Like it sucks. Like I can imagine all these movie stars, and they got all their movie star friends, and they all got money, and they're all hanging out with each other and doing having the best life. See, yeah, I don't get that life. I'm not, my quality of life is shit. Although I am healing up pretty good. I am healing really well. My vessel, I'm healing it quite well. So the only thing I really have any control of in this place is me and my vessel, and I'm healing it quite well. What I can control and heal, I am healing. And it's looking good. So far, so good. Like, I do not look like I used to at 55. I used to look quite a bit worse with the wrinkles and the sagging and all that shit. Now we're fucking chiseled and shit compared to what I was. Not compared to any Brad Pitt or anybody, but I mean, compared to what I used to look like, my shit looked great. You know, me. Yeah. I mean, we're not going to have to get to that point because I'm going to make a payment right now. I'm going to catch up a whole year, hopefully. I don't know. Oh, you know what? What am I thinking, Dana? God damn it. No, it ain't 800. No. If I can pay this 2 or 3 right now, that'll put that down to probably like 500 probably. That'll probably put that down to like 500, Dana, to get caught up on all the taxes. So if you want to email me or call me or let me know, you want to call me on the phone, I'll email me. And I thought I sent you my phone number. I kind of wanted to talk to you, but you never called me before. Some people I talk to and some people don't want to talk to me. It's all good. But if you do want to talk to me, email me. I'll give you my phone number, call you, whatever. Call me. But yeah, I mean, that's what it could be down to. I could have that fucking caught up. That would be fucking sweet, man. God dang it, man. Like, we need to have the property taxes paid and caught up so they can't foreclose this place. I have to have a place to stay to do live streams. I get my taxes caught up. I could be doing live streams here forever as long as I pay the taxes. I got a place to stay. Problem is I have to listen to a diesel generator miles away that vibrates the fucking house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't know. It just started a couple months ago, and it's my new life now. I'm literally living in hell, man. I thought it was bad before, you know. Taxes are theft, man. Yeah, it's probably around 500-600 we could get caught up. Shit. Any more song requests? Are there any more song requests or anything? If not, I guess, I mean, I have like a couple videos. They're not really special. Fauci top advisor pleads guilty to COVID. Israeli doctors give big warnings about the amputations. California's new tire ban will change off-roading forever. In Cal, it's so dumb. It's so crazy. It's so mentally ill. People telling you what tires you're allowed to fucking use is a mental illness, man. Allowing a group of people to make rules and ban things from you, and allowing a small group of strangers to rule over you, you're just a bunch of cowards or something. You don't know freedom, and you are slaves. You love your slavery, and you don't even know you're a slave. That's the public we have to deal with. Industrious empire, if you could sneak it in. Oh, then I'm going to get a goddamn copyright, bro. Yo, they give me a copyright on that every time, dude. Are you sure you want to hear that? Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I love that one, Bo, but I just don't want to get another copyright. Geo didn't do that video right, and it gets a copyright. Blame Geo. Hey, you and I, at least, misery loves company, Thomas. So, don't worry. If you're suffering and having a bad day, at least feel comforting knowing that I am too. At least you're not the only one. I'm suffering right there with you, brother. And I know you're suffering right there with me, bro. I know you are. I appreciate you guys. I really do. What else? Fuck the government. The government sucks. Anywho, those are kind of fun. Those are cool. All right, you guys. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. It was a good stream. I love you and appreciate you. Thank you. And yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. Much love. I love you all.